There is the link.
All right, sweet.
All right. Pop out chat.
Pop out chat. It's very important.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is extremely important. All right, get that link address. Let everyone on Twitter know we are live.
Okay. Processing archive. Please check back later.
Oh.
Hold on a second. All right, I got the link.
Oh, okay, cool. Send it to me since I obviously have the wrong one.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay, awesome. Do. All right, close that. Probably don't need to have that open. We got, as long as I've got the chat thing, I think we're good to go.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
All right.
Alrighty then. Now, who do we got in the chat? Michael Novelli says live streams are dumb and we should feel dumb. Well, fuck you too, Mendo, and your Mendo-like face.
All right, kids. This is how it works. I'm going to be doing shit, sending you questions, and Josh will read them, and then I am going to talk into the mic at length and blather for a while shit is happening. So, bring him in.
Alrighty then. Anybody got a first question?
Oh, I just opened the wrong thing.
How dare you, sir?
What do you ask?
No one asked anything yet.
Oh, how dare they? Oh, fucking
questions for Count Jackula or me or what the fuck ever. We're both here, so you might as well ask them. What is the greatest Dracula performance? Oh man,
that is a tough one.
Bela Lugosi is a classic, but Christopher Lee was pretty fucking awesome, and fucking Gary Oldman, man, like,
yeah,
there's some pretty solid like Draculas to choose from. I'm gonna go with Christopher Lee for me. I like him in those movies.
Yeah, I think I would have to go with. Yeah, I think I'd have to go with Lee. Although the Dracula performance in Monster Squad is often very overlooked.
Oh yeah, that's a really good one. I like that one.
Yeah, where he's just like plain evil. Yeah, that's all he is.
Most definitely. All right, Charlie asks, "What up, home slices? Everything's up, dog."
Oh man, is that Charlie Callahan?
That is Charlie Callahan.
Does Charlie Callahan want to actually get into the Skype chat?
Sure, if he wants. Do you want it, Charlie?
Oh god, now we got that delay. We gotta wait.
Well, yes. Okay, let's see. Marvel Netflix shows, yay or nay? Yay.
Yay.
I've been liking them so far. So, hell yeah. What is a horror video game that actually scares you? Well, I thought Dead Space was pretty fucking creepy. The original Silent Hill is pretty scary. And I remember playing Amnesia with headphones on in the dark, and that's pretty creepy. What about you, Jack?
I would have to go. I would have to agree with that assessment of ye. Excuse me, of ye Silent Hills.
Yeah, there you go.
Like that one got me pretty good.
Bill Linden asks, "Are you ready for the Rocky Horror Picture Show remake?" Fuck that.
Fuck
voice.
no. Fuck
I'm
that
sorry.
shit.
I am
God damn it.
No.
Son of a bitch. Like, the fact that they even, like, they keep conceiving that, and I hope it goes the way of all the others, which is it doesn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
Because, fuck. Because that is bullshit. You know, fucking. Oh.
Okay, it looks like Charlie wants in.
Okay, great.
All right, top 5 David Bowie songs, asks Nana.
Do I have to only pick 5?
You can pick more than 5 if you want. I think there's just 5.
Just 5 is what we're starting with.
Yeah.
All right.
Absolutely.
Hi.
Hi, Charlie.
Hey, Charlie, how you doing?
This is Charlie
doing
Callahan of RBG Productions, also known as Spazmaster. Welcome to the stream.
Hi. Zach's here too.
Hi,
Hey,
Zach.
Zach.
I'm not doing anything. Don't bring me into this.
Zach, the co-founder of Geek Vision.
Shit. Knock out a light.
Why'd you do that?
Because you touch yourself at night.
Yes, but why did you do that?
All right, in terms of David Bowie, I got to start with one of my favorite Bowie songs, which is actually Cat People.
I'm actually talking to them.
What's going on?
I have no idea, dude.
I like Changes. Changes is a really good song.
Partial to Ziggy Stardust.
Ziggy Stardust is really fucking good. Really fucking good. It is hard to pick just 5. I am like...
I'm letting everyone else talk. You know.
Oh man, there's now so much going on. I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Let's see. Fucking Let's Dance. It's great. Great fucking song. Go on. Jeff.
All right, I'm just gonna name a few. See, we got Ashes to Ashes, Fame.
Fame, man. There you go.
Yeah. Dance Magic.
Dance
Magic Dance. And Major Tom.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see, one more. Probably Americans.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a really good one. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, from 90s Bowie, which was pretty good. I hear dishes being done in the background somewhere.
Yeah, that's me.
Ah.
I'm the only one being a responsible adult right now.
Most anticipated comic book movie of the year.
Civil War.
Right now, I am all about... Is Guardians 2 this year? Because if Guardians...
No, that's next year.
That's next year? All right. In that case, yeah, I'll probably go with Civil War as well.
Yeah.
Actually, wait. It's not a movie, but Daredevil Season 2. Hell yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Oof. Man, that's a good one.
You know, I'm currently rewatching that right now. I'm up to see episode 11.
Mm-hmm.
And my second time around, I'm having a really hard time deciphering who the real villain is.
Huh.
Because it's really tough up until, the last episode.
Mm-hmm.
Because you don't really know. There's so much moral ambiguity in that entire series.
I really hope that when they wrap all of them up, the twist is that it's Rosario Dawson.
Probably. She's behind everything.
Yeah.
She is actually the Watcher.
Oh, that reminds... Is Doctor Strange this year? Because that might also be...
Yes, that is. That's November.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Doctor Strange. I like Doctor Strange, very partial to him.
Yeah, there you go. All right. What is a sci-fi or horror franchise you guys would like to see remade or at least continued? Oh, man. I would like to see a proper Hellraiser sequel again.
That'd be great, yeah. Proper Hellraiser sequel, maybe V? You could redo V.
They did that recently, a few years ago.
Was it really only a few years ago? I thought it was, back in the 90s.
In the late 2000s.
No, it was mid-2000s.
Oh. Well, fuck that then. That was probably balls.
It was. It only lasted one season.
V was remade in 2009.
Yes.
Awesome. Good God. There's so much bullshit, out there.
Yeah, I've never seen the remake of V, so I cannot comment one way or another about it.
I haven't seen any V.
Well, clearly you need to catch up on your V.
Yeah.
I know. What do you think Monster Blogs is for?
There you go.
There you go.
Let's see what we got here.
That's a long series too.
What do you guys think of Jessica Jones? Awesome fucking
I
show.
loved it.
Awesome, but you need to be in the right mental space to get through it.
Shit is
I
weak.
thought it was pretty easy to get through, but okay.
Like, there were some. I actually had to take a couple breaks.
Oh man, I
Yeah,
watched
yeah.
that all the way through.
Hey man,
Well,
Charlie's a lightweight. Come on, you know.
Fair enough.
I am. I know. I'm sorry.
Fair enough.
Uh,
How long has this stream been going? Well, like
20 minutes.
Yeah.
Not too
about-
long.
Deadpool, excited. Fuck yeah, I'm excited
yes.
for Deadpool.
Very excited about Deadpool.
I'm kind of happy to see something being adapted from a comic book that's a hard R and actually looking to be like a big hit. That sounds pretty fun.
Hard R and isn't Blade. So
Yeah, and isn't Blade, yeah. Wait, though, I love Blade. Blade's fun.
Blade's cool.
Blade 3, not so much. Aside from the Thunder Cunt joke. The Thunder Cunt joke's great.
Fucking, oh, Jesus. Like, fucking,
Which brings us back to Deadpool.
yeah. There we go. Ah.
Oh, man. Let's see what we got here. Hey, Jack, love your reviews, but I'd like to know what your favorite Child's Play movie is, asks Tyler.
Oh, the first one.
There you go. You heard it out of the mouth of Jackula's.
Yeah, that first one is so great because of Tom Holland.
Oh, sorry.
If it, if it ain't got Tom, if it ain't Tom Holland, it's second best at best.
Let's see what we got here. Thoughts on the upcoming Cloverfield sequel? I was not down when I just heard Cloverfield 2, but when I saw the trailer, I'm so in.
Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly where I was, because I was like, everyone's like, oh, it's 10 Cloverfield lame now. And I'm like, a 10 Cloverfield lame? Oh! And then we actually watched the trailer, and I was like, I probably watched this movie. It's really, I'm kind of down. I thought it was amazing that people brought back the lion in record time. God.
I was the one saying that joke. That was me.
Oh, that was you? You
Yes.
son of a bitch.
All right. Phil Bunny asks, "Hey Phil, what was the most recent one that was actually good?" And by that he means the Child's Play movies. Well, a lot of people really liked Curse, but I didn't really care for it. So for me, Seed was the last one that was
Seed.
good. I fucking love Seed. It is a pure comedy, but it is a really funny one. So there we go. Let's see. Thoughts on the Canal? I actually think we've seen that. Let me double check.
Oh my god. The fucking canal.
Oh yeah.
God, that thing is a fart in the goddamn wind.
I wanted to like that movie, but
Yeah, me too.
it was
That was
not that good.
disappointment on toast.
hmm
It is so bad.
That to me like was it has so much potential.
It
but
did. A
No.
lot of potential.
It's been so long though since I watched that. I honestly can't remember what it was about it that I really didn't like, but I remember just leaving that like ugh.
Yep.
Thoughts on The Forest? Neither of us have seen it. So I don't know.
Yeah, the only person we know that actually saw it was Cecil. He hated it.
Yeah.
Cecil hated it, and I don't always agree with Cecil, but on these things I usually do with these kinds of movies. So I'm definitely not like champing at the bit to watch that movie.
Sid Jordan asks, "What is your favorite question so far?" Let's go a little longer and see if we can get some better questions up in here.
Gotta get that one going.
Right now we're just getting warmed up.
Yeah, just gotta let it breathe.
Favorite James Bond movie and actor? Ooh. All right.
Oh, jeez.
Oh man, that is a tough one. Favorite James Bond movie? I might go with GoldenEye, just because that one holds a special place in my heart. But in terms of actor, oh, I might still have to go with Connery.
You know what? I'm gonna be an asshole and say Roger Moore.
Roger Moore's fucking great. I don't care what anyone says. It's fun.
I actually do have a soft spot for the Roger Moore movies. Because though that to me is when Bond was best, because that was when it was just pure stupid.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like fucking was it Diamonds Are Forever?
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, now I'm spacing on the damn thing. But it's the one where like he's got to leap out of a helicopter or a plane and got the Union Jack umbrella, and then he's got to ski downhill and avoid an avalanche. And I'm like, this is, I love this. This is so dumb.
Absolutely.
A lot of people don't realize, like, how much of what the fucking Austin Powers was making fun of actually came from the Roger Moore era of Bond.
Oh, most definitely.
You know, despite the fact that they made it about a guy from the 60s, it's actually about spy movies that were done in the 80s.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's see what we got here. Sure, the question has been asked before, but on the previous stream, but creepypasta, what are your thoughts? And what do you like? Any you hate? Creepypasta is not really my thing. Honestly, I don't know too much about it to really comment. Just not my thing.
I feel slightly qualified to answer this question. Hi, guys.
Hey,
Haley.
My favorite one was probably the rabbits. The problem I have with the creepypastas, as far as I have the same problem with them that I generally have with fan fiction, which is when the overall quality is really, really bad, and I should not worry about that. But the problem that I have is that everyone always acts like they're the best, and I always watch them, and I'm like, no, these are bad. The Rabbits was good. The Rabbits was almost a perfect story, and the only thing I was mad about is that it wasn't quite perfect. But that's one I actually really liked. All the others, like Slender Man, is fucking bullshit. Mm-hmm. Most of the others are just pure bullshit. I hate them, and I feel about the creepypastas the same way I feel about Night Vale, which is they're not for me. I don't care for them, and I don't understand why they're creepy.
Oh yeah, Night Vale's so boring.
Yeah, holy crap. Every time I tried to get into that, I was just like, God, I am so bored. Because like I picked up on the formula immediately. And that was a big problem because it was like, all right, normal, slightly weird, normal thing you couldn't have predicted. And it was such that beat.
With nothing giving me any reason to care.
Yeah. There's no reason to care. You know, it's just all of a sudden the principal of the school is a bowl of spaghetti. And you're like, what? That doesn't...
I might like to see that, but hearing that in this really boring, like, news radio thing, I don't care.
Yeah. It's just really bad. And everyone was telling me...
My friends who are into Night Vale are more like the people that listen to NPR and already dig that kind of thing. And they listen for the characterization. But NPR is a very acquired taste. I cannot listen to NPR.
I love NPR, and I cannot listen to Night Vale. You know, I can listen to Radio Lab all day, but I cannot listen to Night Vale. It just doesn't do anything for me, and I've tried so often that I think I could pretty authoritatively say I just don't like it.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's fair.
And when it comes
they're putting some really good creepypasta in the comments. I read a lot of creepypasta. I like them better when they're not episodic. Like when the best part of creepypasta is when they're an urban legend or a campfire story. It's a short story, it's self-contained, and it ends with a punchline. And there's some really good ones.
I'm seeing a lot of the ones that they're mentioning in there, and I've read some and I've watched some. My big problem with creepypasta, I've yet to read or see anything creepypasta related that either entertained or creeped me out. They all just bored me. I don't get it at all.
Yeah. I like just playing with the narrative and idea of it. I'm one of those esoteric folks.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think one of the problems with creepypasta is that horror is... The shorter horror is, the better it's gotta be.
Yeah.
Like, horror lends itself a little bit more to the longer, stretched-out tale. And a creepypasta, you got a couple of minutes. And if you don't do it right, it doesn't last.
Let's see what we got here. All right. All right. Would you guys... Joygasm asks, would you guys think that Teeth is the first date-appropriate horror movie? I would actually disagree with that. I love Teeth, but horror movies have been appropriate date movies since the dawn of horror movie. That's what the whole drive-in movie experience was about.
That's why you go to a movie with your date, is so that they get scared and
Absolutely.
they have to hug you.
Have none of you heard Thriller?
Yeah, that's what Thriller's all about too. Like, there you go. Like that is, since the dawn of horror movie, they have been essentially date movies. Well, certain kinds anyway. Have you guys seen the original Boy? I actually wasn't aware there was an original Boy, so no, I have not. I don't believe.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
So, learn something new every day. The Rock Critic says a friend of him saw The Forest and felt pretty much the same. Yeah, that's kind of what we keep hearing. Let's see, what do we got?
What's the overall consensus there?
That's not very good, from what I'm hearing. What's your favorite type of paranormal creature? I gotta go with demons. I like demons.
Demons.
Demons and werewolves. Those are my favorites.
Yeah.
I miss the days when fairies were considered terrifying paranormal creatures.
You
I still think they should be.
You can make them dark fantasy creatures, but they're not terrifying. You gotta get real specific. You gotta go with like the witch or the hag or the Razulka or something like
There
that.
should be an Errol King movie. That would be awesome.
Yeah, but sometimes you can put them in dark fantasy movies and make them terrifying.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I would argue that Pan's Labyrinth does that.
It does.
I agree.
Yeah.
I totally agree. You haven't seen Pan's
Shush, I
Labyrinth.
can agree with the aesthetic.
You haven't seen Pan's Labyrinth?
Next
Why?
question.
For shame.
For shame, Charlie. That movie is amazing.
It's on the shelf.
All right. We got a guy named Kung Fool in the chat who has an awesome name.
That is great.
Asks, y'all seen any of 50 Cent's B movies? I only know.
Oh my god!
I only know of Get Rich or Die Trying. So if there's more 50 Cent movies, I gotta see them now.
Oh, 50 Cent. Oh.
Honey, I ain't seeing Pan's Labyrinth on this shelf.
I'm pretty sure it's in the fantasy.
We're on 50 Cent now.
Also, by the way, to that former paranormal creature question, I'm pretty sure you can guess Jax.
Vampires, demons, all that kind of thing. Love that stuff.
Duke CT asks, "Hey, are both of you guys going to Magfest?" Yes, we are.
Aww.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Ships that pass the unholy night.
First Psycho Stick, now you guys. Mother.
Amy Incarnate asks, "Who would you force to watch 50 Shades of Shit?"
Like, is there... All right, first we gotta clarify, because you have to understand, we operate in a slightly different world.
Yeah, so is 50 Shades of Shit...
Is that a real movie?
Yeah, is that a parody of 50 Shades of Grey's title, or is that an actual scat-themed horror film? Or romance film.
Referring to 50 Shades of Grey as 50 Shades of Shit.
Yeah, well, we gotta know. We gotta clarify.
Either way, we'd make the Rock Critic watch it, because...
Oh, man.
Alright, so let's see what we got. Read any good horror thrillers recently? I haven't been doing much reading lately. I've just been way too busy. So, there you go. Last one I read, last one that I really remember reading was Joe Hill's Nosferatu, which is really good.
Oh man,
I mean to do that.
You guys seen Ash versus the Evil Dead? I watched the first episode last night, and it's so good. I've seen the first episode. I haven't seen the rest because I don't have Stars. But I really look forward to watching the rest. Anyone else in the call?
Especially when it comes out on DVD.
Yeah, most definitely. All right. Do you like the Candyman sequels? Farewell to the Flesh is an okay movie. I can't say the same for the other one. And I noticed that, Jack, you've stopped talking in your own stream.
someone mentioned the Candyman sequels. Like, what was I fucking supposed to do? Like, you got Farewell to the Flesh, Farewell to the Franchise, what that's called.
Pretty much.
Oh my fucking god. Like, the obvious sequel would have been to have Helen and Candyman renew their relationship through murder. Like, it should have been like, oh, we're gonna summon Candyman over here, but like Helen shows up, and like there's some weird twisted like occult thing keeping her and Candyman from being together, and now they gotta murder people in order to make it happen again.
Mm-hmm.
And expand the legend. But no. Tony Todd shows up and you're like, hey, it's like it's a real movie for a minute. And then he goes away. And then you're reminded it's direct-to-video, late 90s direct-to-video at that. Oh boy. But you're still like, well, it's not that bad. And then there's a third one
that Jack hasn't seen.
Do you want to talk about the third one? Because everyone keeps telling me, and I mean everyone, keeps saying don't.
Yeah, there's no reason. Like, Farewell to the Flesh is already a step down, and you just keep going further if you go to the third one. So,
yeah, no.
There you go.
We're
Amy
keeping that.
Incarnate. Who would you put in an actual human centipede? Donald Trump with Donald Trump and Donald Trump.
You know, I don't think we're going to be able to top that answer.
I'd agree with that.
Next question. Winner.
Phil Bunny asks, I've been playing a lot of horror games. Do you guys like those horror games that those game makers like to make? Yeah, I mean, I like a lot of horror games. I played one recently that was more of an action horror game where you get to play as a shark. And
oh my god, that one, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's called like Depth, and you get to play as a shark, or you get to play as a scuba diver, and you basically have these like, it's kind of like Left 4 Dead, where you have these little missions and you can like kill each other. It's really fun. I've been meaning to play more horror games now that my computer can handle it, since we got a new graphics card, so we'll see. What was the last horror game you played, Jack?
I think the last horror game I played, I didn't complete, which was The Evil Within.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, when the only reason I didn't complete that is because I was like, I got shit to do.
Understandably so.
You know, so if I just do this, I'm not doing anything else.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Let's see. The Wishmaster movies, underrated or not? Well, I kind of like the first two Wishmaster movies. I even did a review of the first one. The later two aren't as great, but if you're a fan of the first two, they're worth watching, at least as a completionist. Unlike some like Hellraiser sequels.
Oh boy. Oh. Hellraiser sequels.
What hurts Jack the most stream.
That's every stream.
Jacob Martin asks, have you seen Until the Light Takes Us, the black metal documentary where they interview Varg Vikernes and how he murdered Euronymous? I have, and that is a hard watch. It's good.
I haven't yet. I know all about that story, but I haven't actually watched that.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ, that guy is fucking crazy.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Are any of you into horror-themed anime like Future Diary, Corpse Party, Wicked City, and all that stuff? I fucking love Wicked City.
Hey, that thing opens up with a Spider Woman with vagina teeth.
Absolutely. I mean, I dig a lot of horror anime. Like fucking both versions of Hellsing are pretty good and shit like that. I've kind of been out of the anime loop for a while, so there's probably a whole lot of new shit that I haven't seen that I should. But
Well, I really want to. I don't. It's not really technically horror related, but it is Satan related. I kind of want to see what's it, High School DxD, which is all about a kid who turns to the devil in order to get a crack of dad ass. And I'm like, what? It's like, yeah, it's about a guy who sells his soul to the devil because God has died. Then he knew Satan, and whoever can grab the most and best titty is the devil. And I'm like, I think this show gets me.
there you go.
You know, so I'm gonna check that out. I haven't watched it yet, but I'm gonna check it out.
Dead Man Matador asks, any good gothic horror films? And I'm gonna guess, because he's asking that, he means recent ones. So
That'd be Crimson Peak.
Crimson Peak. It's more of a romance, but it definitely has that gothic horror feel and shit going on. That's probably the most recent one we can think of.
Yeah, if you want an older one from the 80s, it's called Gothic.
Oh, Gothic's great. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
Woman
Gabriel.
in
Oh,
Black.
Gabriel
Good
Byrne and
job.
Julian Sands.
Hollyweed asks, have any of you guys seen Soaked in Bleach? Do you think Courtney did it? I'm assuming that is a...
no!
Yeah,
Courtney Love did not kill Kurt Cobain.
pretty
He
much.
was a depressive guy on a heroin binge who had a shotgun.
Yeah.
That is not hard math to put together.
The other tale, as old as time.
Yeah.
Depressive guy and his shotgun. So-
Now, if you want to ask, did she help? Yeah, that girl's a bitch. Did she push him over the edge? Probably, but she didn't do it.
Yeah. All right, Joygasm asks, what horror movie villain, in your opinion, had the most interesting relationship with their protagonist? I'm going to go with Hannibal Lecter.
I'm gonna go with
Oh,
Candyman.
yeah.
Candyman works too.
Yeah.
Hannibal Lecter.
Oh, yeah.
That one's good too. All righty then. I love how we both went with ones that are kind of sort of romantic.
Oh well, yeah. You gotta.
Secrets.
All right, let's see what we got here. Ethan Tone says, "Yippee! I'm glad you guys are doing it this early, and you have Spazmaster and Haley and Horror Guru. This is gonna be fun. Who else is joining? Your mom."
Maybe people. We might be adding more people in a little bit, but we haven't decided who it's gonna be yet.
Yeah. We just
God
can't
damn
go with
it.
the flow.
Yeah, pretty much.
Dead Man Matador asks, "What's everyone's perspective on true creepy story?" I do not know what that is.
I'm gonna look that up.
Okay.
True creepy story.
Pugsley says the evil within is good, and she watched Markiplier play it. Rock on, Pugsley.
Yeah. I liked what I played. It really was just one of those. When it came out, I had to put it down because shit was going on. Was that? I can't remember. Was that? Did that come out when I was doing misogyny and horror?
Probably.
It was something like that, you know.
You're working on something, and you're busy.
Yeah. Oh, true creepy story. Oh, it's a creepypasta. I don't know. Haven't watched it, but chances are I'll hate it.
Who would you... Kung Fu asks, would you rather fight a midget samurai or a schizophrenic paraplegic?
I'd rather... Great question, but easy answer. Paraplegic schizophrenic, because I'm pretty sure I can outrun him.
You might be able to win that fight. The
Yeah.
midget samurai has a sword.
Yeah. Midget samurai.
Guaranteed
Like he has
skills.
got. A midget samurai has got to like compensate for his lack of height by with.
And he's still a
ferociousness.
samurai. He's been trained with 2
Exactly.
swords.
Yeah. He's got to compensate for ferociousness, so that guy might be able to fucking kill me.
He's gonna fucking cut your dick off, man. Like,
Yeah,
first
yeah,
thing,
yeah.
you're done. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta wish you were dead.
He's at the right height.
You know,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna admit, I'm imagining this whole scenario with Warwick Davis coming at us in a samurai outfit.
Fuck yeah. Why hasn't that happened
With
yet?
Davis riding on his shit. What's his name?
His leprechaun fucking tricycle? Fuck yeah. Fucking Warwick Davis's fucking leprechaun is amazing. I love Leprechaun.
No, I was gonna say Warwick Davis riding on Vern Troyer as a steed.
There you go. Thane Necro asks, "What are your guys' thoughts on Harlan Ellison?"
Oh, I love Harlan Ellison. Great.
That guy is a glorious old crank, and I love it.
Yeah. One of the great science fiction fantasy authors of the 20th century.
I have no mouth. I must.
Yeah.
Phil Bunny asks, "Wicked City, what is this? 1997? Oh yeah, baby." The ancient far-off future of 1997.
7. Yep.
The Gaming Kitten. What about psychological anime like Psycho Pass? I have not seen Psycho Pass, but I've heard good things.
I really like Paranoia Agent.
Paranoia Agent's really good in that regard.
I need to
Yeah.
finish Paranoia Agent. I love what I've
Oh
seen.
my god.
Would you count Perfect Blue? Because I might.
Oh yeah, I would count
Yeah.
Perfect Blue.
Oh,
yeah,
there you go.
definitely.
That one's great.
Would you count Paprika? That's probably my favorite Satoshi Kon.
That's I don't know if I count that as horror. It's definitely it's definitely fantasy.
Yeah, it does
And
get
it definitely
dark.
gets dark, but I don't know if it like would be straight up horror.
Regardless of what it is, it's fucking amazing.
Oh yeah. It's one of my favorite movies all time.
Dead Man Matador. Any good gothic horror movies? We already kind of answered that earlier, but go check out Crimson Peak. There you go.
Check out Crimson Peak and then check out Gothic if you can find a copy.
Yeah, there you go. Holy crap. I kind of lost my place. Hold on a second.
Company of Wolves is also a really good Gothic story as well.
Oh, yeah.
A very different one about like coming of age using the werewolf. It does what Ginger Snaps also did, and in fact, Ginger Snaps is taking a lot of inspiration from Company of Wolves, which is it's all the metaphor for being turning into a woman. You know?
It's not out yet, but I've heard really good things about The Witch. So, there you go.
Man, did they put Company of Wolves out on Blu-ray? I got a copy of that.
I don't know.
Love that movie.
The Rock Critic asks, Varg is pretty bananas. Did you guys see his racist tabletop RPG? I have not, but now I must own it.
What? What's it called?
That sounds like an awful but awesome fucking conversation piece. Definitely link us that, Rock Critic.
Yeah. I must know.
Nana asks, favorite J horror movie? I usually go with Battle Royale, but I usually get into arguments over whether it's a horror movie. So if you don't count Battle Royale, I'll go with Audition.
Favorite, huh?
Yeah.
Let's see. Audition, Cinderella,
I'd say
One Miss Call. I Saw the Devil. Oh wait, wait. Are we talking Asian or Japanese specifically?
He said J, so
Oh,
Japanese.
okay, so Japanese specifically.
Don't be racist now, Jack.
Oh, fuck you. Fuck those. Fuck you. Jeez. This is a hard one. Audition's really good. Tetsuo the Iron Man is a personal favorite. You know, there's Ringu, but that's a little cop-outy. Because that one's really super good. Ju-on I love Ju-on. I love House.
Ooh.
I don't know which one's my favorite. I feel weird because I don't really think like that. That's why I don't tend to do a best of list. You know, what were your favorite films? Like I was trying to do a favorite films of 2015 list, and I'm writing it, and I'm like, this just isn't me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this just isn't me. But if you want to know what was number one, which I do stand by, the number one would be Chappie.
Chappie's great. Love that movie. Duke CT asks, who would win, Candyman versus Jason? Now, my heart of hearts wants to be in Candyman's ring, but the fact of the matter is, black men never survived Jason Voorhees.
He's right.
Oh man,
Oh.
that. Why has no one done that? Because even more than more than Freddy, Jason and Candyman are both legends.
I would
You have
totally.
the campfire legend versus the urban legend.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Whoever wins,
Get all classist and stuff. I like it.
whoever wins, we win.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh man, Tony Todd versus like Derek Mears or Kane Hodder. Oh
Yeah.
man.
That would be fantastic. I just started playing the game Pocket Morty's based off the show Rick and Morty. Just curious, any of you play it yet? I'm addicted to it already. I'm assuming you mean whatever the Rick and Morty game is. I have not played it, so I do not know.
Yeah,
I like
me
the
neither.
show though. Rick and Morty's great.
Yeah, any show that like directly references Cronenberg
Yeah.
and turns it into a verb.
Yeah. All right. If you were to pit a comic character against an anime/manga character, who would it be? Question for all of you, asks Ronan.
What was the question?
Constantine versus the fucking what's her name? God damn it. The creepy girl ghost thing, not Ju-on or The Ring, but she's like the embodiment of like sexuality or something like that.
Tomie?
Tomie.
Yeah.
Constantine versus Tomie.
Oh, jeez. Jesus Christ. I got nothing.
All right, there we
I
go.
got nothing.
That's an acceptable answer.
Pretty much same here, so.
So the question is like, what comic book versus?
Comic book versus a J horror icon kind of thing.
Didn't they already do that? Charles Barkley versus Godzilla?
This would be a really weird one because no one would know what I'm talking about. But I would want to see Kid Eternity against the lead from Love in Hell.
Ooh. Okay.
Because they're both like super psychedelic kind of thing going on.
There you go.
I got one.
Okay.
Plastic Man versus the Amagera Fault.
I would see that. There you go. All right, the Rock critic says the only thing Courtney killed was her career.
Yes.
Ethan Hank, question: what's your favorite horror comedy? I feel like we probably answered this on the stream before, and I can't remember what my answer is, and my answer will probably change depending upon the day. Fuck, there's so many good ones. Fucking Dead Alive is great. Evil Dead 2 is great. Fucking Night of the Creeps is great. Like, I don't know. Shaun of the Dead is great. I don't know off the top of my head right now. Someone in a later.
We got a lot of laughs out of Death Spa, but I don't know if that's technically a comedy.
I don't think that one was intended as a comedy. That one's just an awesomely bad movie that is kind of good while being bad. It's weird. Jack, I heard Josh's opinions on Tusks, but what do you think?
I think you need to go full walrus or go home.
That sounds like you did. The way you worded that sounds like you didn't like the movie, but I know for a fact that's not true.
Oh, I love that movie. That movie was great. I loved Tusk. Holy fucking shit. The minute that walrus suit is revealed is the minute the movie. That big movie becomes godlike at that moment.
Mm-hmm.
In that moment, it's like seeing Jesus
Mm-hmm.
in a walrus suit.
Second part to that question: are you excited for yoga hosers? Yeah, I'm pretty excited for that.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
excited would be overstating it, but I'm looking forward to it.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen enough of that movie to be excited or not excited for that matter.
Mm-hmm. What's your favorite Hammer horror film? Asks. Oh my God, I'm sorry, dude. I have no idea how to pronounce your name. Ibrahim, I think. Ibrahim Hassan, I think. If I did that wrong, my apologies. So Jack, what's your favorite Hammer horror film?
What's my favorite Hammer horror film? Well, oh jeez, I don't know, man. All right, I'm just gonna go with Oliver Reed, the one with Oliver Reed, which is the remake of The Wolfman,
Okay.
because that one has frame for frame the most cleavage in any Hammer horror film.
Nice.
That's a feat.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's really weird too because it's set in Spain, but half the actresses are British.
Mm-hmm.
So you have these like Spanish actresses who are have these large chests and they look really great, but then you find you run across a British actress who's been painted to look Spanish, and it's like you're like, whoa,
Oh dear.
racist.
Oh man.
Yeah, because like they look like it's that Jersey Shore effect. They look just fucking orange.
Oh dear.
And but a D cup is a D cup, so I like that movie. Is it the scariest? No. Is it the best written? No. It's got Oliver Reed in it, so that just kind of automatically makes it a lot more awesome.
Mm-hmm.
There are a lot of problems with that movie.
Hollyweed asks, "Isn't there a Leprechaun vs. Chucky movie coming out soon?" I hope so. And if
No, because they're gonna use Hornswoggle. I don't want to see Hornswoggle as fucking Leprechaun. You bring back Warwick Davis, I will watch the shit out of it.
that's what I was gonna say until you talked over me. But thanks.
Sorry,
It's okay.
I feel very strongly about that.
All right. What is your favorite horror game? I feel like we've asked this.
We've asked that. We've answered that before.
Go back to earlier in the stream if you have a chance. Nothing against the person asking this. It's just that question's been asked like 3 times in this stream alone. Duke CT, why hasn't more samurai anime like Ronin Warriors come out? I don't know. You'll have to ask Japan. What do we got here?
Because fucking otakus have turned into pussies. That's why.
Oh man, Kung Fu left. Bye,
Oh,
Man, our stream just got way less cool.
the man with the kung fu touch.
Kung Fu! Fool!
But you mustn't touch.
Rick Classic, has anyone listened to Christopher Lee's metal albums? I own them.
Yes,
Nice.
dude, that one he did where he is Charlemagne.
Here's the thing, that is an
Amazing.
entire album of Charlemagne themed songs. He is Charlemagne in all of them.
Oh yeah, he just.
And
I will kill every Saxon.
Yes.
God damn it.
I actually learned that Christopher Lee is a direct descendant of Charlemagne.
Yep.
Oh man, damn.
Would you count The Witch from this year as a gothic horror film? I have not seen it, but based on the trailer, it looks like it is. So there you go. Which is your guys' favorite George Romero films? Oh, this is a good question.
Lord Romero.
Oh man.
My Jean Milan!
The zombie films are obvious ones, but to go away from the obvious, Martin's really awesome. I like Martin. Creepshow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Creepshow.
There you go.
I didn't see there.
What do we got here? What is your favorite horror game or games? We've
Next, pass.
Yes.
Pass. That's the
you
fourth time
little
that's been
bitch.
asked.
Rick Classic asks, Lady Vengeance. I love that movie. Lady
It
Vengeance
is
is
a good
awesome.
movie.
Thoughts on the upcoming Doctor Strange movie? I can't wait for the trailer.
They cast who I wanted, so
Yeah,
I'm
there
happy.
you go. Favorite Filthy Frank video? Oh, shit.
Dude, I'm just gonna go with Concho because that's the one I keep going back to.
The Concho one's great.
Yeah, the Concho one's my favorite. It's not his best video, it's just my favorite.
Yeah, I can't pick a favorite Filthy Frank video.
It's like picking a favorite John Waters movie. It's really hard.
God damn it. No, actually, do the Salamander music video. Do the Salamander, rub your nipples like. That song is awesome. What is your guys' favorite horror game? Oh, God. It keeps coming back.
5. God damn it. You people are sick, okay?
Russman, the movie Annabelle sucks. I've heard, yeah, and I've seen it. It's bad.
That's not a question.
So Thane says, I heard Chappie sucked. You heard wrong.
Yeah, you did. You did hear wrong.
My favorite J-horror has to be Dark Water. Yeah, Dark Water's pretty
That's
cool.
a good one, yeah.
That tells us how behind we are on these questions. Did you see the Ash vs. Lobo and the DC Dead fan film? I have not seen that fan film yet, but I had it recommended to me, and I need to check it out.
I was kind of hoping you were going to tell me they did an Ash versus Lobo comic. I'd fucking buy that.
Tyler says, I love how Jack is just his YouTube personality without the hat, but Horror Guru is a super chill, nice dude.
Yeah.
Two different acting styles, man.
And you know what? Knowing them in person, that's 100% accurate.
You're not off the mark.
Have any of you guys ever been to Halloween Horror Nights? And if you
Oh!
have, we saw it this last year.
Yes.
We went with Charlie and Haley, and
Yes.
You didn't go with me. I had work.
oh, that's right.
Oh,
With Heather.
that's
Well, I had to
That's
work
right.
too, but I worked Halloween.
Yeah.
Heather
Charlie
Morgan
worked
was there.
Yeah. Charlie worked there. Oh my God. Best tale of the evening. So we're like going Halloween Horror Nights. We're having a good time. But we finally decide we're going to do The Walking Dead, which of course has the biggest line because it's The Walking Dead. And we're sitting there for like 45 minutes, and all of a sudden a guy, like a nameless ghoul in a fucking cloak, comes up and is just like, follow me.
And it was
took,
straight
like,
up, they come with me if you want to live.
Yeah, come with me if you all live. And we're like, okay. And it took like a minute for us to realize, oh, it's Charlie. It's Charlie.
Fine.
He's like, we're like, no, we're like only 10 minutes away. He's like, no, you're not. You're an hour away.
The line wraps around the building. Oh, fuck.
Oh, fuck. We'll go with you then. We'll take this privilege. Yeah.
Kieran Healy, my Deathgasm Blu-ray arrived today. Are you planning on getting it too? Yes, I am. I am planning on getting it first chance I get. Just right now, I need to save up for MagFest.
Oh, that reminds me that special Canadian Blu-ray of the Evil Dead remake should be arriving.
Ooh, there you go.
Oh man,
Go.
I'm so glad. Thank you, Lauren, for. I don't even know if Lauren's in the stream, but like if he sees this.
Oh man, that's a good name for your streams. Live Scream.
Live screen. Oh man. Oh man.
All right, let's see what we got.
I might take that because Bloodbath and Beyond, like Jay took my suggestion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like his is called The Bloodstream, which was the one I suggested that.
Actually, here's something I was wondering. If you met someone who has never seen a single horror movie and was interested in the genre, what would you show them? The Exorcist.
Yes. That's a good one.
It has a little bit of everything, so I would probably go with that. And it's a classic, so it's usually a good bet.
I would go with The Thing by John Carpenter.
Oh,
because
that
that was my first one.
Yeah.
Trial by Fire.
Tyler asks, does Cabin in the Woods count? And I'm assuming that was back when we were talking about horror comedies. And yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. The Creature from It Follows versus Freddy Krueger. That is a tough one to imagine.
It's reality.
Yeah.
So I don't do that.
Because does that creature sleep?
Yeah, that's kind of...
Because you can imagine Jason sleeping, but the It Follows creature? I don't know.
I would have pitted the It Follows creature against the parasites from Shivers.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Yeah. I want
You
to...
raised a point there, sir.
Thane says he'd like to see Jaws versus the Beavers from Zombievers. Well, you know how that would end. The Beavers would win and he becomes Zombiever Jaws. That's
Well, that in a nutshell, Josh, remember when I was telling you about that comic me and Linda never did, Blood Red Tide, which was about the vampire shark?
Yes. Hashtag Walrus Yes says Mr. Jimmy Jam. Fuck
yeah. Fuck yeah, Walrus Yes. I'm waiting for Moose Jaws. That's the one I'm excited about.
Yes.
Fuck yeah, Moose Jaws. It'll come. We just gotta wait. Who would win between... Rick Classic asks, who would win between Damien from The Omen and the baby from It's Alive? Oh, man.
The baby's got sheer ferocity on its side, but Damien's a thinker.
Yeah.
Damien's already like 10.
The baby is ultimately just a monster. Damien is the fucking devil.
Damien would put a leash around that baby and keep it as a pet.
Yeah, you got so close, dude. Should have been the baby from It's Alive versus Rosemary's Baby.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
No, fuck that.
No, the baby from Dead Alive.
Yes.
Oh, the baby from Dead Alive? Oh,
Versus It's Alive?
Oh, well, baby from Dead Alive wins. That's not even a contest.
Well, because the baby from Dead Alive would just convert the baby from It's Alive, and it'd be an eternal battle that never ends. Let's see. Ash versus the Evil Dead had a great first finale. Rock on. Here's a question. I'm working. The Rock Critic asks, I'm working on a critical condition on Dream Theater. Any thoughts / feelings on them?
They're good.
They're really good. They have a tendency to get a little too
up their own ass.
Yes. A little too pretentious and up their own ass, but when they're on, they're fucking on. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Dream Theater.
Well, yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, Dream Theater, really good band. Everyone's extremely talented. There are just some times where you're like, guys.
Yeah.
Guys, stop. You're like, this is bullshit.
Mm-hmm. Nana asks, opinion on Sleepy Hollow, since Doug favorably compared it to Hammerflix, which is not a bad comparison. It is...
do you mean the television series or the Tim Burton one?
He's talking about the Tim Burton one.
Okay.
So that's the one Doug reviewed.
Right.
And
no,
yeah.
like television series.
Well, I missed what you said. What'd you say? Heather? Or not Heather. Haley. What'd you say? Sorry.
Don't get that mixed up. I really like the television series. I need to catch up on it.
Yeah.
Well, the minute the Headless Horseman it pulls out like 2 Uzis, you're like, what?
That show is the right kind of stupid, and I've only seen.
Yes, it was.
I've only seen like most of the first season, but I gotta catch up. But the movie is it has one twist too many, for lack of a better way to put it.
It does, and because it has one twist too many, it has a gigantic plot hole.
Yeah.
You know, which is, how is this woman gonna inherit if everyone thinks she's dead?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
yeah,
it's a real big problem. And that is kind of my review of Sleepy Hollow, which is, it is like a Hammer horror flick. That was the idea. The problem is that it's written like a bad Hammer horror film as opposed to a good one. But it looks like a good Hammer horror film.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a good, comfy Saturday afternoon kind of movie for me.
Yeah, I can see that.
You put that on while you're doing other things.
All right, Haley, the next question is for you. Ronan asks,
right.
What are your thoughts on the Abominable Bride of Sherlock special?
I have not seen it yet.
There you go.
I know I'm a bad fan. I don't have cable.
Thomas Zelenka asks, "Did you all see Room? Do you mean The Room, or is there another movie called Room I'm not aware of?"
There's another one. I think it was nominated for Best Picture.
Okay, I have not seen it then.
Silent Hill, The Room, however, is one of my favorite horror games.
That's a great game. Yeah,
very underappreciated.
most definitely.
Oh, Silent Hill, The Room?
Silent Hill, The Room, yeah, the fourth one, really good.
Nana asks, "What's your favorite horror game?"
Oh my god!
Gam? Like
Gam.
leg?
Damn,
My favorite horror games, okay, my favorite horror games, probably right now, just because I've seen them most recently, probably Sherry Moon Zombie.
All right, moving on. What do you guys think is the best horror anthology film?
Creepshow.
Ooh, Creepshow and Twilight Zone come pretty close.
Mm.
Even though Twilight Zone's not all horror, but there's some of the segments are.
God damn it, hold on.
What?
Ah, there we go. I had to take my allergy medication, but I was trying to do it like I was like snorting coke, but it didn't work.
Of course. But some other anthology films that you should check out if you like them. There was one this year called Tales of Halloween. That was pretty fun.
That was a lot of fun, yeah.
Trick or Treat is fucking great.
Yes.
We just saw one this year called A Christmas Horror Story that some of the segments are kind of balls, but the overall product is actually really good.
Yeah. The main story is really excellent.
Yeah. Fucking Chillerama is awesome.
Chillerama.
If you like cheesy drive-in movies, then Chillerama is great. So yeah, there's some suggestions. What do we got here? What are your guys' favorite Romero films? We answered that earlier, guys.
You didn't hear it in a dream. It actually.
Oh, I don't think. Yeah. I said Creepshow. Yeah.
Yeah. Question for everyone: what are the top 3 places you want to go? Asks Pugsley. I'd like to go to Tokyo at some point. I'd like to see London. Rome would be pretty cool. Yeah.
London,
What about you, Jack?
Paris.
Mm-hmm.
London the Paris Underground. I'd love to see that.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go. Jacob Martin, is it possible to defeat those J-horror ghosts with eyeballs coming out of their butts by firing crossbow bolt dildos with runes carved into them?
Only if they're blessed by a Brutus priest.
I feel like you just stole our screenplay, you jerk.
And read the synopsis.
Let's see what we got here. The horror / wrestling guy 1 says, "I noticed that the True Blood DVDs are on your shelf during the vlogs. What is your favorite season? Mine was season 2." True Blood season 2 is really good. That's the one that had the orgy god. Yeah, which is pretty awesome.
The main ads.
I might have to go with 2 as well. That was a really great one. What is your favorite electronic video game of the horror You jerk!
You go to your room.
I see what you did there. I see what you did there, Nana. And if I'm pronouncing your name,
will not save you.
Miss Nightmare says that she is watching the stream on her PS3. Rock on.
Gnarly.
Also, she wanted to throw out Freddy's Nightmares, so there you go.
Oh, Freddy's Nightmares. Oh, that show was so inconsistent.
Oh man, this is kind of apt given a conversation we had yesterday, Jack. Wishmaster says that he just rewatched Kung Pao Enter the Fist, and all he's got to say is, "That's a lot of nuts."
That's a lot of nuts.
That's my favorite joke ever. It's so stupid. And you may call me
Betty.
Horror Guru, what's your thoughts on Battle Royale 2? Don't bother.
Battle Royale
Battle Royale with with cheese.
It ain't.
What's your favorite JRPG? That's a tough question.
Final Fantasy.
Xenogears, up until they lose money, they ran out of money at the end.
Oh my god, disc 3 of Xenogears is fucking excruciating.
Chrono Trigger's up there. Final Fantasy 6. This is also one of my favorites. Earthbound. Fucking love Earthbound.
Oh, yeah.
There's way too many to mention. As for one that's not from the fucking 90s, I'll probably go with Lost Odyssey. Was really great. I like that. So, yeah. Anyone else have any?
Like Final Fantasy, the Final Fantasy series, specifically like 6 through 6 through 10.
Yeah.
I really like 12.
Oh yeah, 12 is really good. I like
It was
12.
really good.
Yeah. I think like 9.
I like 9 too, but I also like 12.
I'm so happy 9's coming to Steam. Thomas Zelenka, what is the worst horror game you ever played? Okay, you can get away with this because this is a different question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Worst horror game. I really didn't like the Slender Man game, but that's personal.
Oh.
I just thought it was boring.
Oh,
But
God.
I know I've played worse than that. And you better start talking because now I'm echoing.
Okay, here we go. Worst horror game I ever actually tried to play? Haunting Ground.
Oh.
Fucking Haunting Ground. I was so goddamn bored. It was essentially Clock Tower 3, but for like the 3D generation of games. PS2, and you're like, wow, this looks great. There's just one problem. When you realize, wait, Clock Tower is based around Dario Argento and Fulci flicks. That's not real. How do you video game that? And the answer is like bullshit. Like, you know how in the original Clock Tower you're like, let's walk around slowly. 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 Okay, now imagine you can do that, but now you're running. And you're like, alright, let me figure out this puzzle. Can I hit something? Can I do something besides hide from things? This is getting really boring. And by the time the interesting shit happens, I was just like, I don't care. This is so dreadfully boring, I don't care. You know? And that was another, like, Capcom game that, like, where they started the trend that they wouldn't perfect until Dead Rising 3, which was, if we don't know what to do, tits is the answer. And that did start with Haunting Ground, because they did that with the main character. Game's getting boring. Quick, put her in less clothes. But it wouldn't be until Dead Rising, Dead Rising, right? Yeah, Dead Rising, where they were just like, you know, we could just put Ilsa, She-Wolf of the SS in the game, because why not? That was...
Yeah.
They were speaking my language.
Fear was pretty balls. I remember trying to play the Fear games and being bored out of my mind. Yeah.
God, I hated that game.
Nana asks, are horror games real? Well, I mean, if you're high enough.
As real as your nightmares.
The Dead Man Matador asks, how good was the Hateful Eight? It was 10 big black Jackson cocks out of 10 good.
No. You said it wrong. 8 out of 8.
8 out of 8. There you go. Are there any African American targeted or themed horror movies that you enjoy and or recommend, and why? Tales from the Hood is really good.
Tales from the Hood is pretty good. Sugar Hill is very good.
Sugar Hill's awesome.
Yeah.
Candyman obviously is really good.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah. God, there's probably some obvious ones that are completely slipping my mind right now. But yeah, I'll go with those for now. If more come, they come. Question: have you seen or read the manga Parasite with a Y? I have not.
I have read some of it.
How was it?
It's okay.
Okay. Rock on.
It's no Uzumaki is the problem.
Yeah. Have you read Army of Darkness versus Marvel Zombies? I keep seeing that on the shelf and I want to. Patrick Thorgas, have you thought about doing a review for Z Nation? Not really. Just not interested. What about you, Jack?
No.
Yeah, there you go. Hully Weeds asks, what's your favorite costume from Halloween's past? Do you just mean costume you could buy? Or
costume we've worn?
Costume we've worn? We could probably go with costume we've worn. That seems like a good one. Jack, what's the best costume you wore?
I went as a Warcraft troll at one point. That was pretty awesome.
That's pretty badass. I went to Halloween landed on a school day, and it was in high school, and I went as Jason. And I just walked around the school like Jason and sat and was just quiet. And no matter what anyone said to me, I would just turn and tilt my head slightly towards them. And it was awesome because I terrified a whole lot of people unintentionally.
I think my favorite was the year I was the female version of Beetlejuice. Not only because that was the first time that Charlie noticed me, but that was probably my best makeup job I've ever done for a Halloween costume, and I consistently did my best makeup job on that costume for 3 straight days because I wore it for 3 straight days.
Awesome. What about you, Charlie?
Oh, God. I mean, there are all the times where I basically dressed up as a Lord Epic, just because that's the only costume I had.
There was the time you were the Wolfman, and your sister actually did hair lighting on your face.
No, that was my mother.
Your mother? Your mother?
Yes. Yes, and that was when I was like 5.
But it really worked. You look like a little miniature Lon Chaney.
Yeah.
Bopping around.
Yeah. I'd probably say that. That's one I had a lot of fun with. It was really sticky, though.
As most makeup is.
It was crepe hair. Crepe hair every day?
Hollyweeds points out that it's John Carpenter's birthday today, which is fucking awesome.
Yes!
Happy
Birthday, John!
And Hollyweeds also adds that they changed their lives, and I think it changed all our lives.
I saw that thing when it first came out in the theater. Holy shit!
Oh man!
What's wrong, baby? God, that ending destroyed me.
I saw The Ghost of Mars in theater.
No. That was one of those. The 90s were not that kind of John.
You shut your mouth. That movie's a masterpiece.
Look, I think the only late 90s horror movie we all saw, Phantom Menace. Come on.
Speak for yourself. I've never seen it.
Yeah.
You're the lucky one.
I haven't either, so.
I've never seen any of the prequels. I have successfully
I'm
avoided
the
them.
only one.
What?
Oh yeah, Zach is there. Hey Zach.
Yeah,
How the
I didn't
fuck
see any Star Wars
have you
until roughly
not
when
seen
Episode 3 came out.
any Star
I
Wars
watched the
prequel?
original trilogy before,
No,
before I thought Episode 3.
Jack. I haven't seen any of the prequels. I've seen the good Star Wars.
How? What magic did you fucking have that allowed you to not see those movies?
She skipped those streams of mine.
I was working on art then. And it was like
Wait.
something my dad would put on in the living room, and I would just go into the spare room and I would watch my TV, which was usually like Lord of the Rings, while he was watching the prequels. So yeah, I never seen them all the way through. Put on in the living room, and I would just go into the spare room, and I
We'll remedy that.
No, he won't.
Unfortunately.
No, he won't. I'm
No.
gonna last as long as humanly possible.
No, you have to have a trial by fire before you go into Rogue One.
Trial by stone.
Be careful there, Charlie. Be careful there. I don't think you want to strain your relationship over the Star Wars prequels.
No, if anything, we will strengthen our relationship.
The couple that suffers together
Stays
does other stuff together.
fuck like rabbits together.
I don't need to know that.
I don't need to.
I'm less than 20 feet from you, please.
Well, I have nothing to say to that.
I have nothing to say to that.
Duke CT says that his first horror film was Critters and asks if anyone remembers that.
I remember
Fuck
Critters.
Yeah. I also remember Critters 2 for two reasons.
Oh, yes. I know what 2 reasons you're talking about, my man.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. Was that another Sybil Danning?
Was it?
I gotta check. Do.
Music where
Friend.
Jack is checking something out.
Or should we do Tony's jingle? If he's going to IMDb.
All right.
Oh, Critters 2, the main course. Oh, man.
Yep. Ronan asks, what villainesses would you sleep with before they killed you? Charlie is excused from this one.
I noticed that I'm not.
No, you're actually. I thought
You are the villainous.
I
You
love
are the boss ass bitch.
I thought that's who they were asking.
villainesses you would sleep with before they killed you. That's a tough one. I think Jax would be, what's her name from Howling 2?
Yeah, Stirba.
Yeah.
Totally do Stirba. Hell yeah. I would do her as an old lady.
When I was in high school, I'd say Ginger.
See, if we're going
man.
broad strokes, like I guess not necessarily broad strokes, I'd say Mystique from X-Men.
Oh, yeah, there you go. There you go.
Yeah. Because then you can sleep with all of them before.
Exactly. That is the benefit of Mystique. You can. Though I guess Ginger's not really a villain so much as a thing. Whatever. All right.
Some shit is.
If you want.
I may answer if I want.
If you want to.
For some reason, Maleficent popped up. Because then, I can...
Are you saying that Maleficent gets you horny?
Let's just face it, Charlie. You just really want to bone a dragon.
You know what? That animatronic is fucking sexy, okay?
There we go.
But we're getting this is some otherkin thing. No.
Jacob Martin asks a question that I think Jack is the most apt to ask.
All right.
Or to answer. Goth culture. What happened?
Okay, so if you want to know what happened, here's how it went down. Here's how that shit went down. So, what happened was, goth culture happened. Everything's going okay. And then, out of nowhere, all the rock leaves. And it becomes emo. Now, all the music turned pussy. That's what happened. You can't, it's really hard to fucking wanna fuck when the music that is most popular in the subgenre is guys whining about ex-girlfriends. Like, that's just not sexy. Like, you can scream about an ex-girlfriend. You can talk about how she fucked you over, but it's gotta be real. It's gotta be visceral and fucking, like, just, god damn it. Oh. No, it all fell apart because anyone who was worth a fuck went on and did something else. And so all that was left in the actual scene were the dregs. At least by, like, the mid-2000s. Like, everyone was gone. That's essentially what happened. But if you want it in a nutshell, like, the whole scene just became pussy. You know, it lost its punk roots. It lost its metal roots. It lost its horror movie roots, for that matter. And I'm like, what's goth without horror movie roots? Like, you gotta be kidding me. You know, like, ugh. Anyway, let's move on, because that's a depressing tale.
Just Some Gamer asks, "Hey Jack, what would you say your thoughts are on the quote-unquote sequel that is Hellraiser Revelation? I didn't like it, but what about you?"
Revelation, that's the one that doesn't have Doug Bradley, isn't it?
No.
That's not a movie.
No.
That's not a real movie. That's random pictures flickering to create the illusion of movement. That's not a movie.
Kieran Healy says, "Jack and Guru, please watch I Bought a Vampire Motorcycle if you haven't seen it, and give your thoughts about it. We'll check it out when we have a chance."
Yeah. We just
were talking
haven't.
about this the other day.
Yeah.
Rock
a
on.
Vampire Motorcycle. Sounds
Who
pretty
is it
good.
that got me on this tangent?
Anthony Daniels.
Anthony Daniels is in this movie.
Nice.
Fucking C-3PO.
Listen, I have the synopsis right here because we were talking about it just a few days ago. When a motorbike gang kills an occultist, the evil spirit he was summoning inhabits a damaged bike. The bike is then bought and restored, but reveals its true nature when it tries to exact vengeance on the gang and anyone else who gets in its way.
That sounds awesome.
With a bike, but we have a backstory.
It's like Carrie meets Christine with a bike.
Sounds perfect.
Oh my god, and Anthony Daniels is like The Exorcist.
Yeah, we got to see it.
Oh man.
We got to see it.
Yeah.
All right, Rick Classic asks, "What's everyone's favorite Twilight Zone episode?" And I have one thing to say to that. I'm talking Tina.
Yes.
And I think I could even hate you. Oh man. I have Jesus. Favorite Twilight Zone episode. No, I'm gonna assume they're
Eye of
talking
the
about the
Beholder.
television
Yeah,
show.
I'm a big fan of Eye of the Beholder.
Yeah, it's a great one.
Very first one was good too. The pilot, about the pilot.
That's right, it was a pilot about a pilot.
Yeah.
I never thought of that before, but it was.
Rod Serling, you magnificent bastard, you made a pun.
Genius. TZ the Geek asks, "What are some of your favorite So Bad They're Good films?" Jack actually made a whole video about this.
I did.
Look up. Is it on your channel?
It should be like top 10 gooder movies.
Yeah, look that up and check it out. That'll have Jack's 10 of them, and he's thinking about doing another one someday. So
Yeah.
Yay.
Top
It's long,
13
long,
gooder
but-
movies.
Good God, it's worth a watch.
yeah, absolutely. Let's see. Nana has some question about Undertale, but fuck that game.
Did somebody ask what your favorite horror game was again?
No, they should. They should though, because they're dicks, and we love them because they're dicks. You want to talk about lame horror? The Boob Tube, which is also an awesome fucking name, asks, "You want to talk about lame horror games? How about Walking Dead Survival Instinct? I have not played that one.
That's
I played the Telltale game, which is pretty
Telltale
cool.
one. Yeah.
That was pretty
That's the one where it's like the Dixon brothers, isn't it?
I have no idea.
If that, I'm pretty sure that's the one he's talking about. That one's pretty bad.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like not even Norman Reedus and fucking Michael Rooker could save that game.
The Rock Critic says, "If you think The Haunting Ground is bad, you should check out Clock Tower: The Ghost Dimension."
Please tell me you're making that up.
He says
Please
it's
tell
borderline unplayable, but the cutscenes are hilarious.
me. All right. Clock Tower Ghost Dimension. No, I think he's making that shit up, man. Because I'm not finding it. I see Clock Tower 2 Struggle Within. Maybe talking about that. Oh man.
Well, speaking of shitty things that don't exist with Ghost Dimension in the title, what did you think of the Paranormal Activity movie, Ghost Dimension?
I have not seen it yet.
Didn't
It's the
watch
first one where I had no interest in seeing it, even though I love the others.
Yeah. Agreed.
I thought it was a terrible idea to basically reveal the ghost who was best left unseen.
Yeah.
Reveal Toby.
Hey, you're gonna see Toby. I don't want to see Toby.
I think he might mean Clock Tower Ghost Head, I'm guessing. But anyway, let's move on. The writer's block. What are some different show formats to try if you're looking to experiment with a review show, as opposed to the usual clip joke formula? Basically, just experiment. Do what feels right.
Yeah, absolutely.
With enough trial and error, you will find a format that works for you, and it doesn't have to be a strict format that someone else uses. It could be your own format. You know, you might start a new trend. Who knows?
Yeah, formats are jumping off points anyway.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They're guidelines, not rules.
Yep.
There you go.
The Clock Tower Struggle Within is what he meant. Okay.
Okay. Struggle within. I struggle to get out of bed.
Ileana Gonzalez says that The People Under the Stairs is good. Fuck yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Love that movie.
Yeah, it is.
When did balls become a word for bad? I wonder. I feel old. Like the 90s?
Yeah.
At least I can remember it way back then.
So ever since I've been a kid, so
So, like, that would be like the 80s and
the
the
80s.
70s.
you'd be like, well, that's fucking balls.
Yeah, so, a long time. Jeff, do you happen to be 80? Just wondering.
Good golly whoppers, that's balls good.
Millennium Fox Magician says that Jackula and Horror Guru make them intrigued to watch more horror movies, which, rock
Excellent.
In my club.
Rock.
on.
Every time I talk to you guys, it's like I leave with a list. It's like, okay, I need to check that one out. What are you gonna do?
There you go. What was the worst movie of 2015? Was Felt 2015, Jack?
Felt was 2015.
If so, that was probably the one
Felt.
that pissed me off the most, because we saw some
God.
movies that were worse, but I think they were from other years.
Well, Felt was insulting.
Mm-hmm.
That was so bad it was insulting.
Yeah, I really didn't like that movie.
Yeah, and it was one of those like, oh, it's made by a bunch of people in San Francisco, and it's a horror movie, and it's a horror movie basically written and directed by people from a gender studies department of fucking San Francisco University or Berkeley or something like that. And I was just like,
And it spends too much time navel gazing and not enough time
Oh, man.
having atmosphere or being creepy or having suspense or anything
yeah,
worth watching.
like in a movie that is essentially about rape revenge gone wrong, I think.
It's No, I
like
Spit on Your
Pink.
Grave.
It's No, I Spit on Your Grave. But like 20 minutes into the movie, you're really hoping this girl gets raped just so that something will happen.
And you should never have that thought while watching a movie.
Yeah. No.
Let's see. There's probably something worse that I'm not thinking of because it's just not worth remembering, but that's the one I can think of off the top of my head.
I think there were like 3 movies that were just like unforgivably awful. There was that. Harbinger Down was pretty bad.
Yeah, but was Harbinger Down this year or last year? Like, I know we saw it this year.
You mean 20? I'm assuming they mean 2015.
Yeah. Okay, you're right. You're
Yeah.
right. That was last year. That was pretty bad.
Yeah, and then Crawl or Die. That was
Crawl or Die. Oh man, I'll not forgive that movie. I
Oh,
wanted that to be
no.
so good. But yeah, all right. There's some bad movies for you.
like but like Harbinger Down and Crawl or Die are just bad. Like Felt's actually insulting you while it's being bad.
66 Hammerheart asks, "Is this the new 9-hour stream?" I hope not.
Maybe not 9 hours, but I think we've been going for 1.5 at least.
Nice. Aside from Uzumaki, because that's pretty obvious, what's your favorite Junji Ito horror story? Asks Haku's brother.
I have got to look up that word.
Well, it's the writer
Oh, it's the writer?
Junji
Oh.
Ito who wrote Uzumaki and stuff.
I actually don't know any of his other stories, so...
Mhm.
I'm a Gira Fault, hands down.
Well,
That was for a good while.
he wrote Tomie, the manga, and
Oh.
and some other things.
Oh, jeez.
But aside from Uzumaki, I'm gonna have to go with Tomie.
Yeah.
Most definitely. Someone mentioned Beetlejuice as their favorite horror comedy. Rock on, like Beetlejuice.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Question to Jack and Guru: what are the top 3 tits in horror? I'm just gonna field this to Jack.
Oh man.
Because I think he has at least 6.
Oh man. Yeah. Yeah. All right. I've never ranked them, but in no particular order. We've got Sybil Danning. Sybil Danning is on that list, obviously. Let's see. Julie Strain. She's also on the list.
I better start hearing Mistress in the Dark soon.
Oh yeah, Elvira. Yeah, of course. Sorry, I'm always at a loss as to whether to count her as horror. But yeah, if
It's
we're
in her
counting-
name, horror host.
Yeah, horror host.
title.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, and also, well, if we're not counting actual nudity, then the list gets longer. The list gets bigger. You can fill that bra with more stuff. Let's see. Fucking the woman who played Medusa from TerrorVision. That was pretty good.
God damn it! I'm gonna kill our chat.
Why? What happened?
Okay, so Wombat Dolphin asked a question in French that I put into Google Translate. Would you like to know what it translates to?
If it's about video games, I'm getting up and having a cigarette.
What is your favorite horror game?
All right. You guys hold the fort down. I'll be back. Fucking sick. Sick. You sons of bitches. You sons of bitches.
He's actually going to get a cigarette. I hope you're proud of yourself. Holy shit. Dead Man Matador asked, anyone like Invasion of the Body Snatchers? Which one? But it doesn't really matter because either it's the 70s or the 50s one, and both are good. I like them. I know there was like a 90s like mini series, I think, of it that wasn't too good. There you go. What do we got here? God damn it, someone asked another question in French. I'm gonna murder the stream.
Murder the French.
Sacre bleu. I think someone is just putting the same question down.
It is the same question.
Yeah.
And I see one in
'Cause
kanji.
It's Romanji, not kanji.
Whatever.
They are evil.
Dare you?
They are evil. God damn it, it isn't kanji. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. You guys are the best, worst stream ever. I don't know what to do. I can't really ask these questions without the main focus of the stream here to answer the question.
That's it. Stream's over. Bye.
Yeah. We would think of a thing to do. Eventually. At some point.
Oh, man. So, how's life been over in LA?
Over in LA? Okay.
It's been LA-ish.
LA-ish? Nice.
Hours have been cut because it's not the holiday season anymore.
No, that's too bad.
We're both on
Sorry,
stool.
man. I know you fucking love doing that.
And videos. So.
Yeah.
This is epic. Fucking engaging
I know.
streaming right here.
Scintillating conversation.
Did Jack seriously rage quit?
No, he went for a smoke break.
Oh. Oh, I thought he said he was going to do a sing along.
What?
Like he's. I was like walking around. I was next to the dishwasher, and I heard, like, I swear to God, if somebody asks what my favorite horror game is, I'm gonna get up and do a sing-along.
Okay, that
So
would have
I was
been
expecting
cool.
him to break out into...
Sing-along to what?
Fucking supercalifragilistic. Well, he wouldn't sing that,
He would
but...
no, he would sing Voltaire before that. Voltaire would make a great sing along, by the way.
Jack, are you coming back?
Coming back.
He's bringing alcohol.
None. And I'm using the Nightmare Fuel bottle because we're down to like half an inch, so
That's all I was asking.
yeah.
That one-
Just to clean the pipes and recover from being asked about our favorite horror video game in French. Someone's gonna do it in Russian now, I guarantee
And
it.
Japanese.
Hey, Jack, do you want to know what you missed? Someone did ask it in Japanese. All right, Jack, what are your favorite goth bands? Asks Pugsley.
Goth bands. Well, depends on what you qualify as goth, but I'll tell you what my favorite bands that I was listening to from that era were. We got Bauhaus. We've got Joy Division. We have got Skinny Puppy. KMFDM is more industrial, you know, but I was definitely jamming to them at that period of time.
Susie?
ChemLab, Susie and the Banshees. Concrete Blonde. The Cure.
Yeah.
Well, The Cure is timeless goth.
Yeah, they are. They really are. Depeche Mode.
Another timeless
Yay!
band.
Yeah.
Well, like depressed mode.
Oh, that's why they're good, man.
Yeah.
Like, Depeche Mode has gotten me through a lot of breakups, let me put it that way.
Break up with your hand.
My hand was involved, but we've always had a very good relationship. Isn't that right?
So you shut the fuck up.
Is that why you beat your hand?
Yes. It's an abusive relationship, you know. But that's the way it likes it, so.
Holly Weeds asks, have you seen Turbo Kid?
Yes, we've seen Turbo Kid. I loved Turbo Kid.
We did a vlog on it. Find it.
Yep. It's on Josh's channel.
Oh, whoa.
What?
Whoa. My fucking thing moved, so I gotta find where the
Oh.
question was. Okay, here we go. The Rock Critic, here's a question. Which movie is technically more scary? Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory or Yellow Submarine? I'll probably go with Willy Wonka. Yellow Submarine would win, depending upon how bad your trip is while watching it.
I always had a good trip while watching Yellow Submarine, so.
There you go.
Then again, I also had a good trip while watching The Monkey's Head. I love The Monkey's Head.
Anyone play American McGee's Alice series? Yeah,
Yes.
it was pretty good. I didn't play the second game. I played the first one.
It was an improved version of the first game, you know.
There you go. Just Some Gamer. We've seen Freddy vs. Jason, but how about Chucky versus Leprechaun? A fight of the pint-sized murderers. Someone actually
Didn't that
brought
already come up?
Yeah, that came up earlier in the
came
stream.
up earlier in the stream.
And basically what it came down to is as long as Warwick Davis is Leprechaun and Brad Dourif is Chucky, in. So, there you go.
Hornswoggle, out.
Let's see what we got here. Favorite Tales from the Crypt episodes. I think we answered this on a previous stream.
We did. The ventriloquist dummy.
Yeah, that one's really good. I love cutting cards and a couple others. Let's see what else we got here.
I gotta ask. I have a question for not the stream, which is: does anyone else remember the show, not the movie, but the show Tales from the Dark Side?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yes.
I remember
yes.
the show.
Yeah.
I remember the movie more than the show, but I remember the show.
I loved Tales from the Dark Side.
Yeah.
Man lives in the sunlit world of what he believes to be reality. But there is, unseen by most, an underworld, a place that is just as real, but not as brightly lit. A dark side.
I love that show.
There you go. Rick Classic asks, Jack, which do you prefer, Bauhaus or Peter Murphy's solo stuff?
I prefer Bauhaus a little bit more. I prefer Bauhaus a bit more.
Okay, there you go. Out of the mouth of Jackula's. Let's see what we got here.
Oh, Electric Hellfire Club. That was another good band.
There you go.
That was another like Satanist goth band, you know. So.
Cerberus Stewart asks, Hi, Count Jackula and Horror Guru. How's it
Hi.
going? It was
good.
going well until people asked us about our favorite horror games 100 billion times.
God, like we're up to like 10 times that question's been.
And in like 4 different languages. So.
Yes. Hey, babe.
Jacob Martin asks, best...
Yes. What?
Oh, sorry. I was distracted by whatever's going on. Best Australian horror movies / Ozploitation films. Oh, man, there's a lot of really good ones I could think of, but I'm going to go with Razorback.
I'm gonna go with Wormwood Road of the Dead.
That one's fun.
Oh,
Patrick is really good, too.
man, we gotta. I am never getting over how good a movie Razorback actually is, though.
I love that movie.
That is a movie that has no right to be as good as it is.
Anyone who hasn't seen Razorback, let me pitch it to you. All right, you got an opening scene. There's a guy. He's out in the fucking Australian outback, just minding his own business in his house, and then all of a sudden, the fucking ground starts shaking, and the house starts shaking, and a fucking boar slams through the fucking wall and runs off with his kid, and thus starts a revenge movie about a man and a boar.
Yep, you've sold me.
There you go.
That movie is great.
Let's review that.
Rogue is technically also an
Yeah, I love
Ozploitation
Rogue
movie.
too.
Yeah.
Wolf Creek is awesome. All of Greg McLean's movies.
Yeah.
Quite
Oh,
fun.
man.
Not horror movies, but the Mad Max quadrilogy.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Well, that's Ozploitation, definitely.
Yeah, definitely Ozploitation and definitely count. Let's see what else we got here.
Of course, the movie Australia.
Chloe in the chat says that it didn't occur to her that Felt was a horror movie. It was just bizarre and suddenly went insane in the end. That's kind of the problem.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, like, how to put it, like, when they have that scene where she's rebirthed through that giant vagina party that her friends throw, I'm like, this is the most fucking bullshit Bay Area thing ever.
Yeah.
So it's accurate, but oh my god.
That's another reason why the movie rubbed us the wrong way, is that it reminded us of all the things we hate about the area we were in, as opposed to the things we love about it. So.
Yeah, like when Hollywood and LA make fun of themselves, you can kind of tell they're like, yeah, we know, we do this bullshit. We're bullshit. Yeah. When the Bay Area, when Felt does Bay Area bullshit, it's like it's.
You just want them to shut up.
Yeah, you just want them to shut up. You're just like, stop it. Like, this is the worst of the Bay Area bullshit.
Absolutely. It's
And
very
it's
specifically
unironic too. You know.
Millennium Fox Magician. Have any of you guys seen Gravity Falls? Yes, I've seen quite a bunch of it. I love it.
I have not.
So, Charlie.
We were planning on fixing that at some point, though.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
When we get a chance. The show's about to end in like a couple weeks, and that'll be a good time to just fucking marathon the whole thing.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got. We've reached the point where you left the building. Which horror creature would you choose as a companion or pet? Asks Amy Incarnate. Xenomorph.
Oh man.
I'll totally have a xenomorph pet. The great. I don't want a face hugger. That's too dangerous.
Yeah, facehugger would be a problem.
Just a single xenomorph.
Too attached.
Yeah.
It would get too attached, and then it wouldn't leave you alone for at least a day.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, hey, you're pregnant. So it's a lose-lose either way. So
The terror dog from Ghostbusters.
Oh man, there you go.
Yeah.
oh my god.
There you go.
The graboid from Tremors.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
And as like my guard dog just be in my front yard.
Just comes out, bro.
I'll also settle for Pumpkinhead.
I just said Godzilla.
Godzilla, there you go. Ibrahim asks, question to Jack and Goo.
You basically got an elder god as a pet at that point.
Ibrahim asks, question to Jack and Guru, what are your favorite Clive Barker movies? Nightbreed?
Ooh, Nightbreed, yeah. No.
Hellraiser? The director's cut of Lord of Illusions?
The director's cut of Lord of Illusions is pretty great. I would have to say Nightbreed is still my favorite.
Yeah, Nightbreed is definitely my favorite. Absolutely. Let's see what we got here. Whoa. I lost my place. Must find it again. Oh no!
But I think the chat is really dying to know what your favorite horror game is, though.
Clearly.
The ancient mysteries we will never know.
Okay, The Stroke. What's your favorite body horror film? Which is a question I'm pretty sure we've answered before, but
Yeah.
fuck, like Cronenberg movies are fantastic. The Brood, fucking, if you've seen my top 10 horror movies of all time list, fucking, goddammit, like, Videodrome.
Yeah. For me, it was The Fly.
Yeah, The Fly. From Beyond is fucking great. Any of the Stuart Gordon, like, Lovecraft adaptations qualify. So yeah, there's some good ones. There's probably some I'm not thinking of. Slither.
Nightmares.
Haku's brother, to Haley, since you brought up The Fault, any other obscure ones you'd recommend?
Oh, from definitely the one about the chair.
Okay.
That one was creepy.
I don't think I'm familiar with that one.
It's a short manga about this carpenter who makes a chair for a female writer that has just enough room for him to like live in. So like he's stalking her, so he like lives in her chair. And it's really creepy.
Oh, Japan. What would we do without ya?
Yeah.
Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
All right. Best album of 2015 asks 666 Hammerheart. For me, the new Lamb of God album, definitely.
Meliora by Ghost.
There you go. Anyone else?
Well, I did get Haley the new Adele album.
All right. That is an excellent collection we got here. We got Adele, we got Lamb of God, and Ghost. Perfect. That is our tour.
And I am going to get
The Force Awakens.
no, I'm going to get the new Bowie album before the month's out.
yeah.
'cause
Oh,
that's
yeah.
broken up.
Well, that was this year.
Yeah.
It was it was produced in 2015.
Yeah, it was barely this year.
Go for Papa Palpatine asks, Jack, what is your top 10 horror movies?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know what my top 10 are.
Is an acceptable answer. Austin Maines, do you think Hideo Kojima and Guillermo del Toro should team up for a horror movie?
Fucking of course.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Most definitely.
Before teaming up with anybody, yes.
Hell, even if they don't make the Silent Hills, like, fucking, game, I would totally like to see those ideas transported into a movie or something.
Yeah, I wish Konami had just given, if they weren't going to do anything with them, I wish they had just given those, or sold those properties to Kojima so you could take them somewhere.
Yeah.
You know, like, fuck, I don't care if it's Konami or Sony that fucking produces them, as long as it's Kojima and Del Toro.
Okay, Rachel reviews, have you guys seen Honeymoon yet? I have. And it was
I have not.
Rock reviews, which M&M color is your favorite and which M&M color is an abomination to God? Well, Rock reviews, I'm gonna go with whichever color's your face. Bleh.
Orange is my favorite, and as far as abomination to God, I'm gonna go with blue.
Okay. Yeah, I'm
I would
surprised
say
you didn't go with
blue
the
is
one
my
with kids.
favorite, and yellow is the abomination.
I don't care. Anything that isn't pretzel M&Ms.
I feel like M&M is the worst thing to ask for this question because they all are the same thing, just different
Yeah,
color.
Skittles on the other hand, there's
Yeah.
a slight difference.
Exactly. Best and worst Rocky movie asks Matt Iannone. Iannone, I gotta go with Rocky 3.
You know, I'm gonna go against the mold and gonna say the best Rocky movie is the worst Rocky movie, which is Rocky 4, because it's got robot.
I
Happy birthday, Polly.
I think that's Rocky 5.
Oh, is that right? Oh, you're right. That's Rocky 5. Happy birthday, Polly. Happy birthday.
Rocky 4 has the Russian and the death of Creed.
No, that is the one with the robot, isn't it?
Not that I remember.
That's the one with the
Well,
robot.
That's Iannone
It's not a
asking,
bad movie,
right?
It's a fun
Yeah.
movie.
Great.
Okay, I might be remembering it wrong. My bad. All right. Who would be the best host for a horror-themed game show? Asks Rick Classic.
We've
Elvira.
already got one. Yeah, Elvira would be great. We have one hosted by the Soska sisters. Which
Yeah.
is Elevator.
Which is pretty awesome.
Yeah, which is actually surprisingly good.
I would totally watch one hosted by Jeffrey Combs.
Oh my god,
Ooh,
yeah.
Yeah.
I would say Crypt Keeper, but that already happened in the 90s.
That
It
already
did.
I'm gonna
Ronald,
say Robert Englund.
Ronald Ham asks, have any of you seen The Wheel, the horror movie about a sentient wheel? What do you think of it? I have not seen Wheel.
Do you mean Rubber?
I don't know.
Like the Wheel film. Not the Wolf Man. God damn it, Google.
If it's Rubber, I have seen Rubber. God damn it!
What?
There's a guy in the chat with your face, by the way, whose name is "What is your favorite horror game?"
That's fucked up, but I'm proud of you.
Oh man, they have their own YouTube channel now called "What is your favorite horror game?" with your face. Like they went full
That's-
retard.
That's dedication.
They did it.
Once again, man, that's fucked up, but I'm proud of you.
Just some gamer. Hey Jack/Guru, have any of you heard of a movie called Atrocious? It's a Spanish horror film, and I would like to know your thoughts.
That's aptly titled.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I've seen better Spanish horror films. I fucking love Kidnapped. Kidnapped is a great one. What is your favorite horror cartoon growing up? There's a lot of horror themed cartoons, but not many like straight up horror cartoons.
Yeah. I'm gonna assume he means stuff like Count Duckula and Beetlejuice. So
Yeah. Which Beetlejuice?
I'm probably gonna go with Beetlejuice. Yeah.
Yeah, Beetlejuice is great.
Still
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Beetlejuice, the 90s animated Addams Family.
Yeah,
I remember that. Yeah.
most definitely.
There was a Tales from the Crypt animated series.
Oh, that's right. Tales from the Crypt Keeper. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I think it's a toss up between Beetlejuice and Count Duckula.
Oh, I'm also going to throw in Courage the Cowardly Dog. I like that one.
Yes.
Right,
Jesus.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Amy Incarnate, I'm curious, have any of you guys seen / heard of the zombie movie Fido? If so,
Oh,
what
God,
did you
yeah.
think of it? Fucking love that movie. It's really good. Ethan Tone, so what was the video you were editing in your system, Count Jackula? I'm not sure I understand the question.
Oh, I was putting together. They probably mean. What I was actually working on was the title card for "Let Us Pray,"
Mm-hmm.
which is a movie we just watched. Which I think it's.
Tyler.
No, it's not. It's not letting me display it. I
Okay.
don't know why, but it just
Oh, well.
isn't. Yeah.
Any documentaries you've seen lately that you enjoyed? How to Make a Murderer was pretty good.
How to Make a Murderer was really good. Yeah.
Sounds like there's some information left out of the documentary that is important to know, but the documentary itself was pretty good, at least on how fucked police can be sometimes.
Yeah, which is what the movie's really about.
Yeah, most
You know, it's like, did the guy do it? Maybe, but the investigation really obviously it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, this really needed to be thrown out of court because of the way the police handled it.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah.
Other good stuff. The H.R. Geiger documentary on Netflix right now is really good.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, that was really awesome. Canon, the story of Canon Films.
Oh my God, Boogie Nights, The Tale of Canon Films.
Electric Boogaloo.
Electric Boogaloo, right.
Yeah, that was really fun.
Oh, man. Dude, that makes you want to make a movie.
Most definitely, it does.
That's the best kind of documentary.
Yeah, it is. It is. Because, like, it's basically the story of these two sleazemeisters from fucking Israel who just come in and take the world by storm with their really, really, really crappy movies. And you're just like, that's beautiful. It's so beautiful.
Ibrahim Hassan asks, question to Jack and Guru, any thought on the upcoming Godzilla resurgence? Bring it on.
Yeah. Looking forward to it.
Fuck yeah, more Godzilla is good Godzilla. Let's see what else we got.
I noticed this is the second time that this has happened after the Americans have made one, that Toho immediately responds by, okay, we'll bring him back.
Oh, yeah, because back in the 90s, they were like, this can't be allowed to be the most recent Godzilla movie, forget it.
Yeah.
All right. Bill Linden in the chat, I'm going to find you. I have a very particular set of skills.
God damn it.
I'm going to hunt you down because he reworded the question to, what are your top 10 horror games? You son of a bitch. Hammerheart,
Look
did you
into
watch
my eye.
Did you watch Lemmy's funeral, and how much did you cry? I actually cried pretty hardcore, and I didn't get a chance to watch the funeral, though.
I didn't get a chance to watch it either. But I was pretty upset.
Yeah. Any thoughts on Scream Queens? Asks Roger Lopez. I have not seen it, so I don't know. Yeah, I know Jack hasn't seen it either, so
No.
there you go. Let's see. Rocky 4 has the robot and the Russian. Rocky 5 had a guy pretending to be Don King. Okay, so I must be completely missing things.
That robot, that is what makes that movie gooder for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just like,
What is your favorite horror game? Says, I admit I had nothing else better to do.
Well, at least he's honest.
He just did that so I have to say his name when we. Rachel reviews. Have you seen Extinction starring Matthew Fox? I don't think I've seen Extinction. Have you, Jack?
I don't think I have either. Let me double check. Extinction.
The name sounds familiar, but I don't think I've seen it.
It does. No, have not seen this. This.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like it would have been released during like that heyday of Lost.
Probably. Monster Hunter 971, The Beast of Bray Road movie. Any thoughts? I don't know this movie, so.
Jesus, you guys are hitting us with shit we haven't seen. Beast of Bray Road.
Yeah.
Based on what I'm finding, this looks like it's going to be pure bullshit.
Mm-hmm. Jake Hammerquist, speaking of rubber, what is the most ludicrous concept you've ever seen in a horror movie? Leprechaun in space.
Yes. Fucking Leprechaun in space.
He pulls out a lightsaber at one point. It is glorious. But if you just want to go like pure just on a conceptual level, awesome retardation, I've got to go with Killer Condom.
Oh, Killer Condom.
Zombie ass Toilet of the Dead.
Oh my god, if you guys watch that,
You got to. It's amazing.
Got to. It's great.
They end the movie with a giant colon monster fighting a young girl with a samurai sword, and they are fighting by propelling each other in the air with farts.
Yes. I really it
The list here.
I really felt that the tagline, the American tagline of Zombie Ass Toilet of the Dead, needed to be "This movie is the shit."
Yep. Isaac asks, "What are your thoughts on the new Ghostbusters film?" I'm waiting for a trailer, but so far, rock on.
Yeah.
Well, as I said in the last time this was asked, which I think was in the very first stream, I was looking forward to it, but seeing the posters has made me really worried. Because they've got those like classic broody gray posters, and I'm like, this is Ghostbusters? It's supposed to be funny? So, I don't know. Like, I'll have a better idea when a trailer comes out.
Yeah.
What is your opinion on the Resident Evil movies? Asks Mad Freshson.
All right, they go like this: bad, good, terrible, worse, unforgivable.
There's more than that, I think.
Oh God, are there 6?
There's something like that. I don't know.
Oh my God,
I can't remember.
5th one was the last one I saw. That was fucking Retribution. Oh
If you want my answer, just why are you watching those movies?
God.
Chloe, I didn't watch horror cartoons, but I did watch the hell out of Are You Afraid of the Dark? Do you have any favorite episode of any horror-themed kids' children's show? I can't remember if it was Are You Afraid of the Dark or Goosebumps, but one of those shows had this episode that takes place in a summer camp where this kid defeats this monster in the summer camp, and then all of a sudden, all the people that the monster killed over the course of the episode come out of the woods, tell the kid that congratulations, he survived, and now he's on to his next mission, and the camera pans up, and there in the sky is planet Earth.
Yep, that's Goosebumps.
That sounds like a Goosebumps one.
Yeah, I think that's Welcome to Camp Nightmare.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is the single greatest thing I've ever fucking seen.
I always had a weird relationship with Are You Afraid of the Dark because new episodes would always come on like half an hour before I had to leave for dance class. And I would always watch like the first 2 acts of any given Are You Afraid of the Dark episode, and then I would leave, and I would get absolutely no resolution for anything, which the first 2 acts of any given Are You Afraid of the Dark episode are the best. Because they don't have they have creepy setup for a children's show punchline. But like there was the one with the ghost in the pool that actually killed a child in the prologue, and the one with the ghost in the library that stole people's voices. And like I never saw the end of those, and for years, and I'm talking decades, until I was in college, I was like, what happened to the kids in the library? They look so scared.
Yeah, by the time those shows happened, I was already watching like Tales from the Crypt, so that those shows did very little for me. But there was that one episode of, I think it was Are You Afraid of the Dark, where it's about the basement, and the kid feeds the bully to the basement, and the monster in the basement is like, I'll give you whatever you need for the rest of your life as long as you feed me. You know, and at the end the kid does it. He's just like, yeah, you got it, done.
All right, Papa Palpatine has a question for you, Jack. Have you seen The Force Awakens? What did you think?
It was very good.
There you go.
And I totally agree. Dark Lord Snoke is fucking totally Admiral Akbar.
You heard it here, folks.
It's him.
Wouldn't that be a twist?
It's him. I'm telling you.
Oh man. Rick Classic, thoughts on the Citizen 4 documentary? I haven't seen it. I don't know what it is, honestly. So I don't know.
That's the one about Edward Snowden.
Oh, okay. I have not seen it. So
Yeah.
I don't know shit.
Yeah, I haven't seen the documentary, but yeah, I know a lot about the Snowden case. So you know.
Okay, the Stroke has come in to stroke you with some questions. If you had to live in one of these cinematic universes, which would you choose? The Room, Birdemic, or Sharknado?
Sharknado, because
Then you get to meet every celebrity you ever wanted to meet.
exactly.
God damn it, Phil Bunny, you fucking... What are your top 15 horror games? God damn it. Alright, Dead Man Matador. Anyone see the movie Creed? I have not seen it, but I really want to. It's really good.
I really want to too. I've heard nothing but good things.
Absolutely. I'm gonna fucking translate this damn question, and I'm gonna kill somebody afterwards.
The one that's backwards.
God damn it is backwards. Nana, you are an evil genius.
Ronan, have you guys watched the El Rey from Dusk Till Dawn series? I have seen some of it. It's okay. Jack, you better start talking.
It's no Selma Hayek dancing, I'll tell you that.
There we go.
Ethan Tone asks, what did you guys get for Christmas? I got a Scout girlfriend.
I got a Vault Boy.
Nice.
I got the Horror Block, which I just did a video on, so you can see all of that goodness on the channel. I think I also got this. Rawr.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. Have any of you guys ever been to Halloween Horror Nights, and if so, what year? We talked about this earlier, Madeline.
Yes, and that was this year, and it was awesome.
Yeah, it was.
There's a lot of fire and a lot of chainsaws and a lot of blood.
Michael Lesh, Guru and Jack, what movie reviews do you want to do, but you don't believe you'll have the time to do it? That's a tough question because every time there's something like that, we eventually find the time. So
Yeah, the one that I want to do that I'm not sure I'm gonna have the ability to do, the two I want to do that I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to do the way I want to do them. One is Creepshow, the other is Candyman.
There you go.
There are definitely some I want to do, but don't think I'll have the budget to do the way I want them. Which is a completely separate question than time.
The Rock Critic says, "Peace out, peace out, Rock Critic."
Peace out, dude.
Papa Palpatine. Whoa! They made a leprechaun in space? Yes, and you should see it. It is.
In space. Before he went to the hood, and before he went back to the hood, he was in space.
Yep. Roger Lopez.
That's how out of ideas they were with that series.
Hey, after space, he went to the hood because that's where you got to go.
Yeah.
You got to ground it. Roger Lopez. Any favorite Halloween episodes of TV shows?
Ooh.
I don't know if this was specifically Halloween, but it was the Scream parody on Boy Meets World.
Oh, that was a Halloween one, and that was really good. Yeah.
I love that one.
Yeah. Like the Buffy one, the one where they all turn into their costumes. That one's pretty cool. I'm sure there's more that I'm just not thinking of. Rock Critic is gonna die.
Oh, why?
What's your favorite video game, Jack? Backwards.
It's like backwards masking. The first street.
Rock Critic is gonna die. We know where he sleeps at Magfest.
Oh, yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Let's see what we got here. Any animated movies you really love, old or new? Because of David Bowie, I've been a bit on like a classic Jim Henson kick right now, so I'm gonna go with shit like Dark Crystal right now.
Let's see.
Yesterday.
Oh, which was that?
Labyrinth?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
The Jim Henson Labyrinth. I was taking notes for a video yesterday.
Yeah, I think my favorite of the animated movies. Well, let's see. There's Akira, Ghost in the Shell, Perfect Blue, Paprika, Tokyo Godfathers, My Neighbor Totoro,
Most definitely.
Princess Mononoke,
Fuck yeah.
Spirited Away,
Princess Mononoke is my favorite anime movie of all
Castle
time.
Cagliostro.
Yeah.
That one. What was that? I'm
Anime is animated.
Yeah, so I think anime is Rock and Rule.
Yeah.
Rock and Rule is a good one. I like Heavy Metal as well. Rock and Rule is a much better movie, though. Yeah, just to be honest.
Annoyance Hazard. We already answered the question about Junji Ito earlier, so just go back into the stream and find it.
Yes.
Let's see. Ibrahim Hassan. Question to Jack and Guru: what are your thoughts on The Bridge, the 2006 documentary? Oh man, that's a really good doc. I like it. Trev Apocalypse. Favorite romance in a horror film? Candyman kind of comes to mind.
Yeah, it does. Like,
Comes to
you got Candyman, you got Dracula,
Monster. In the
Creature
Ride.
from the Black
Yeah.
Lagoon, always kind of. Hey, he's just trying to get a piece, man. Like
King Kong.
King Kong, yeah.
I'm with you, hon.
Monster
Monster and the
Bride.
Bride.
The Bride, yeah.
Rachel reviews. Have you guys seen I Spit on Your Grave 3?
No.
No.
Everyone brings that up. Like, I've been told that while it's definitely a sequel to that remake, they said it was the one that goes the most bonkers.
Yeah, we'll have to see it sometime, but let me put it this way. We fucking hate that I Spit on Your Grave remake.
Yeah.
It is fucking god-awful, and it makes it really hard to want to see either of the sequels. So, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like the idea of just turning Jennifer Aniston into a straight-up slasher killer. It didn't.
Yeah. Best and worst recent horror werewolf movie. How recent are we going here? Because if we're gonna go with like in the last few years, I fucking love Late Phases.
Late Phases, yeah. That I think that probably is the most recent of the werewolf movies. There's Howl, but we haven't seen that.
Yeah, I know there's a couple other werewolf movies that I haven't seen yet. So in terms of worst, I don't know. Have we seen like a bad one recently?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We just keep forgetting them.
Oh yeah.
Like there was that Chupacabra one that was technically a werewolf movie.
Oh yeah.
What was it? There was. Oh God, the one about like that bar in the middle of Texas and a bunch of Mexican guys are werewolves. It's bad. It's really bad. Werewolves are one of those ones that's really easy to fuck up.
Let's see. What are your top 350 horror games? Haku's brother, to Jack and Friends. Thoughts on Tales from the Crypt being brought back by M. Night Shyamalan? No.
I'm scared.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
Is he directing or just producing?
I think he's an executive producer.
Yeah, but that was his job on Devil.
Oh, sorry, Madeline. We didn't mean to make you feel like we were yelling. We get a lot of repeat questions. We're sorry.
Well,
I'm not Shyamalan. Yeah, no. No. Just stop. Stop doing things. God. I don't like M. Night Shyamalan anymore. I don't like him that much. Like,
cautiously
we've got
optimistic is all I was
fucking
going to say.
Unbreakable, Sixth Sense, and everything else. And everything else is bullshit.
Really, even Signs.
Yes.
Yes, Signs is bullshit! Did you watch that movie?
Yes, I did.
Water!
Signs. I was getting
Aliens are allergic to water, and God tells a guy to kill
Rocked Reviews asks, did you ever see 1408? What did you think of it? I love 1408.
1408
I love 1408. As I feel like it's underrated.
1408 is actually why I'm looking forward to Cell, because those two are getting back together, Sam Jackson and John Cusack, and
Ooh, nice.
yeah.
Nick Fury.
Oh, Isaac asks, you mentioned an episode that you felt like you couldn't in good conscience air. What was it, Jack?
Not telling you.
There you go.
What was it?
It wasn't a movie, I'll tell you that. It was a rant.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Miss Nightmare wants to know what our opinions on the Monster High franchise are. Eh.
I think the dolls are a lot better than the show. I watched a few episodes of the show, and I'm like, oh my god! Like, I don't know how to put it, but the Monster High show pretty much operates the way you think a Barbie show would, but it uses girl classic monsters, which I thought would make it okay, but at the end of the day, like, toys are fine. I think the art style's fine.
Like, as fashion dolls, I think they're pretty great. I'm a fashion doll apologist.
They're fun. Yeah,
but it's when they try to be like, oh, we're cool and edgy. No, you're exactly the same kind of thing. You're just doing it with a different paint scheme.
Yeah, it was like the Bratz show with monsters.
Going to that monstrous
Mm-hmm.
level.
And it never really goes far enough into monster for me. It's like, no,
it doesn't.
You're still, like, conventionally beautiful, quote unquote. Like, this is still heteronormative. Like, you could have never.
Well, I was waiting for, like, I know they can't actually do this, but, like, I was waiting for the moment where it's like, oh my god, it's the homecoming dance, but the joke was that Carrie shows up. I was waiting for some equivalent of that, and I'm like, no, it's not going to happen, is it? You know, to have, like, Monster from the Black Lagoon be, like, the swim instructor. You know, no, it never quite went there.
It's lip service, man.
Yeah, I thought it would have been really cool if they had actually done, like, a bit more of, like, the mother-daughter thing, where you'd have, because they're all supposed to be, like, the children of the classic monsters. I was waiting for them to show up, so you could have, like, daughter of Dracula go, like, Dad, why won't you let me go to the prom? Because, like, then it would at least be retarded in a way that I could appreciate. But no, it really was just all, we really shouldn't be mean to people, you guys. I'm like, I'm gonna kill you.
All right, so Hammerheart asks, in Swedish, why are your videos in several parts now?
Oh, cool.
Simple. Two reasons. One, it was an experiment, because I wanted to see if it would work better for people if I did if I cut them up into shorter videos so that people could digest them over a couple of days, as opposed to one 30-minute video that was happening all at once, because I realized that my viewing habit was on YouTube was turning into, if it was 10 minutes, I would watch it, but if it was 30 minutes, I would have to wait. And then that would turn into me not watching the video for like a week. So I wanted to see if it would help if I just broke it down into multiple parts, and the answer was yeah, it did.
There you go. Charlie,
Yes.
Phil wanted you to know that he watched your Universal Hollywood stuff and really liked it. So there you go.
Way.
Carlos Rivas wants to know in more detail, why do you hate the accused, Jack?
Why do I hate the accused? That's actually a really good question. Okay. Other than just being a much safer bullshit retread of I spit on your grave, the problems can really come down to the main thing being that The Accused is the rape movie that everyone can feel good about liking. And by feeling good about liking, I mean, oh, the justice system works. Fuck you. Like, that is directly spitting in the face of what the original was criticizing. Which was, no, it doesn't work. It's just the best we can do. It doesn't work. Everyone knows it doesn't work. It's broken. But what we don't know how to handle it. What are we supposed to do about that crime in a world where just having intercourse is seen as offensive? The person who's raped is already metaphorically and literally fucked because of that outlook that we have. We can't see it as a violent crime. No, we have to see it in its sexual context, and that's what fucks everything up. And The Accused says, oh, well, it's okay. It's gonna be all right. The justice system will eventually work. But no, it fucking doesn't. And that's what pisses me off. Not to mention the fact that that rape scene is hilarious. And it's not supposed to be. They're fucking Jodie Foster on a pinball machine that is making pinball noises, by the way. And the thing is called Slam Dunk. And I'm like, really?
I seem to have walked back in an emotional time.
God. Well, here's the thing. Like, when I first saw The Accused, I was shocked. But a few days later, I saw I Spit on Your Grave, and I was like, The Accused is bullshit. Like, this is offensively safe bullshit. You know, oh, we can feel good because what happens by the end of that movie? The lawyer is proven to be a good lawyer. Jodie Foster gets to go back to her fucking, you know, bullshit, fucking white trash life. The accused are put in jail. And, like, nothing changes.
Screw that movie.
It's awful. It's awful, and very few people remember that movie anymore. But at the time, that was a movie that no one could fucking shut up about. You know, it was one of those like, oh, Jodie Foster is gonna get an Oscar, and it was Oprah wouldn't shut up about that movie, and oh God, it was all over the place. You couldn't escape it. You couldn't escape The Accused, and so you watched it. And if you had watched a better movie that handled the topic with any degree of goddamn honesty, you were like, this is the most pandering, insulting, like, this movie's despicable. It is insidiously despicable. You know, because if you watch it, just watching it, you're going to be like, oh, I feel so much better for sympathizing with a woman who's been raped. Aren't I a good person? And that's that movie. Fuck that movie. I hate it. But just to let you know, I don't blame you for asking that. That was an excellent question.
Miss Nightmare asks, you were talking about the Tales from the Dark Side earlier. What about the Monsters TV show from the late 80s?
Oh, man. wasn't as well written, but I really enjoyed it. I really loved Monsters. It has probably my favorite horror Christmas thing ever, which was Grim, which was just filled with heartbreaking awfulness. That thing destroys you emotionally, and I loved it.
Okie dokie. Jake Hammerquist, favorite musical that isn't Repo the Genetic Opera?
The Wiz.
There we go. The Wiz.
I thought it over, and green is dead. Till I changed my mind, the color is red.
The Stroke. If you had to live in any of these cinematic universes, which one would you choose? Aliens, Event Horizon, Pitch Black, or The Thing?
You're not giving me a lot of good choices there.
I'm gonna go with Pitch Black because that actually turns into like a fucking fantasy adventure at one point.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Yeah, might turn into Chronicles
This
of
person didn't
Riddick.
specify that you live in the good part. You're just in the universe somewhere.
Yeah.
And like The Thing and Event Horizon and Aliens, that all happens like somewhere on the edges of the universe. So I could just be sitting on my couch like normal, and
We could already be in the Aliens universe and have no idea.
If I get to be Vin Diesel, yeah, Pitch Black.
yeah, I would totally go for Pitch Black.
Alrighty then, let me see if I can find the next question because I kind of lost my place there. Oh no. Good night, chaotic doctor. I know this has been like a fucking hour since you said that, but good night. Let's see. All right, here we go. Is there any movie in which you went in expecting it to be horrible, but you were surprised to find out that it flipped your expectations?
Yes, we had one of those last night.
Oh yeah. Let Us Pray.
Let Us Pray.
Yeah,
my
I mean, with a title like Let Us Pray and it being a film that we had not heard much about outside of who's in it, we were like, I don't know. But we sitting there watching the movie and we were blown away. It was fucking great. Fucking awesome.
Let Us Pray, Prey.
Mm-hmm.
It's got Pollyanna McIntosh from The Woman. It's a first-time director, Ryan O'Malley. And if this is a prelude to things to come, holy shit. This guy is going to be someone to watch.
All right, writer's block. Thoughts on Idris Elba playing Roland in The Gunslinger? I'm
Sounds good.
Totally down.
Sounds good.
It's actually pretty small for a person of your size.
Carlos wants to know what we think about The Woman. Fucking great.
Amazing movie. I'll go into more detail at a later date.
Mystery Street Reviews wants to know if we've ever heard of Theater of the Mind on YouTube. I think I've heard of it, but I have not seen it. So
Theater of the Mind.
Same thing. I hadn't even heard of it until you just mentioned it. So
it sounds familiar. Hollyweeds. What are movies you guys were surprised to enjoy? We just kind of answered one.
Yeah.
So there you go. Guru, watch the first few minutes of the anime Monster Masume, and you will end up with the most strangest boner. I'm sold.
Wait, they made an anime out of that?
Yeah.
He ends up with a strange boner.
Well, let's see what do we got here. Mystery Street Reviews corrected himself. He means theater in your mind. Okay.
Okay. So when I look it up, I'll actually be able to find it. I think the strangest boner you could potentially ever have would go sideways.
Someone mentioned SVU in the chat during the whole accused thing, but SVU is a little different because the justice system doesn't always win in that. Like, things...
SVU specializes in theoric victory.
Yeah.
Like, you win, but you lose.
Yeah.
Which is a much more adequate representation of what happens to assault victims.
Yeah, because, and let's face it, why do we really watch SVU? Ice-T.
Yeah.
He's an accurate representation of like the entirety of the justice system. Entertaining, but also kind of depressing.
I just love Ice-T explaining shit.
Trev Apocalypse. What movie had an idea that didn't live up to its possible potential?
Branded.
Oh yeah, Branded. Like that felt like that could be like They Live for a New Generation, but ended up just being art house crap, and like the worst kind of art house crap.
Yeah, it was super pretentious.
Yeah.
You know, that's a movie where I'm like, near the end of the movie, there's inexplicably this red-haired woman with gigantic tits, which I was really happy about because I was like, thank you for giving me something to look at. I appreciate it. Other than that, it was awful.
Nana wants to know if we've seen Brian Fuller's Monsters reboot, the pilot episode that didn't get picked up. I have, and I
the
enjoyed
Mockingbird
it.
Lane one.
Yeah, I remember enjoying it. It's not quite the Monsters, but I remember enjoying it.
It had
I-
Eddie Izzard in it, which I liked.
Yeah, he was great. Isaac, have any of you guys seen the Hong Kong film Rigor Mortis?
Oh God, yeah.
I have seen it. It's really fucking good. Though Isaac says that the movie was bleak, and I didn't get that vibe from it personally, but that was just me.
No, it's
I actually thought it was really fun.
yeah.
Let's see. Thoughts on American Horror Story? I've only seen like the first 3 seasons and parts of the third.
Every time I try to watch an episode, my reaction is the same. I'm gonna give the show a real shot, but every time I just watch random episode, I immediately go, "This editor needs to be shot."
Yeah, I hate the way that show's edited so much. Like the show would be fantastic if it wasn't for that. Like that's really the only thing holding it back most of the time.
Yeah, like that first season, like with Jessica Lange, I'm like, if we're gonna do a scene where Jessica Lange fucks Bondage Ghost, could we just do that? The editing is getting in the way of me watching this scene, and that is the worst kind of editing. That is, in fact, failing on all levels.
Mm-hmm. Phil Bunny wants to know if any of us play League of Legends. I really don't. So,
not with any degree of regularity. I have played it. I keep thinking of picking it up again, but the problem with that game is that is a game where you gotta keep playing, otherwise, forget it.
Otherwise, come back and find out you suck.
yeah, my brother used to be really into it, but I never did. I used to play like the original Dota when it was a Warcraft 3 map back in the day.
I remember them days.
Before it became its own game. Rocked Reviews. Don't know if this has been asked yet, but are you guys planning on seeing The Boy? I want to. It looks pretty fun.
Yeah.
So I hope it's as good as it sounds.
Oh, did we had both Rock Critic and Rock Reviews in the chat?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah, Rock Critic already left, but
right,
Rock Reviews is there. Let's see. Any chance you've watched Wilder Napalm yet? I have not.
I've not either.
I don't even know what that is, so I'll have to look it up.
It sounds like a Japanese movie.
Mm-hmm.
Wilder Napalm. It is not. It is a fantasy romance with Dennis Quaid, done in '93. What?
Madeline Bloodbath asks, Jack, and she asked this in all caps, so I better say this appropriately.
All right.
Jack, when will the Joe Estevez song from the Deathbed Review go to iTunes?
Oh man. Do I even still have just that?
I think you could at least just put it into a single YouTube video.
Da-da-da-da. Oh man, maybe I should actually just me and Nej should actually just straight up expand that into a full song.
You totally should.
You should! Oh my goodness!
Oh man. Oh man. All right, we're thinking. We'll get back to you on that one.
Just Some Gamer just saw that there's supposed to be a new VHS movie coming out called House of VHS. Is this a sequel to the VHS trilogy? I don't know yet. I don't know. This is the first time hearing about it.
All I know is that last one, Viral, was not very good. It had one really good segment, and just everything else was worthless.
Hammerheart, do you read? If so, favorite horror author? Clive Barker and Joe Hill. Anyone else?
Clive Barker, Stephen King.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Can we please get Rocked Reviews on Skype? That would be awesome.
Hey, if he's up for it, I'm willing to do it.
Hey, Luke, message us. Message us on Skype if you want in. Isaac, have you read the Books of Blood? If so, what are your favorite stories in it? Oh, fuck yeah. I have an odd one. I actually really like Pig Blood Blues. That one's really weird.
Oh, man. Fucking son of celluloid.
That one's great. That one's fucking good.
The thing I like about the Books of Blood is that is Clive Barker at both his most raw and his most humorous.
Mm-hmm. Am I really reaching the end of the questions? Okay, all right. Ibrahim Hassan asks, question to Jack and Guru, what new French extremity do you guys recommend? Well, here are the essentials. Obviously high tension, obviously inside, and obviously martyrs.
Yeah.
Anything beyond that is bonus.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Although I think Pascal Lugier is working on a new one.
Yeah, absolutely. We still have to see Livid when we get a chance.
Oh my! Well, here's the thing. I have a copy of Livid, but I can't get the subtitles to work.
Oh yeah.
You know, and I'm like, it's so close, so fucking close.
Oops,
The
sorry.
solution is to learn the language that movie is in.
I am not learning French anytime soon.
Isaac asks, the Yattering and Jack should be a movie, but who would act in it? Oh man, I don't know.
Okay, this proves to me that you did not watch Tales from the Dark Side because that was turned into a Tales from the Dark Side episode.
That's true.
And the answer was, before there was Peter Dinklage, there was a midget actor. He had curly black hair. And the big thing that made him different from a lot of actors that he was Shakespearean trained.
Mm-hmm.
He shows up in a lot of shit. Dude, do you remember Ghoulies 2?
Yeah, I remember Ghoulies 2.
All right. That midget in that movie, that's what I'm talking about. He plays the Yattering in that Tales of the Dark Side episode.
Yeah, I've seen it. It's good. Veritech Alpha Beta. Ever read Dracula?
Hold on.
What?
Veritech Alpha Beta. Hold on, I gotta bask in that. Oh man. Oh Robotech. Oh Robotech. All right, go on.
Ever read Dracula? Do you enjoy it?
Yes.
There you go.
I love, in particular, I really felt that what they should have done is they should have expanded the role of Fu Manchu in that story, because I really like Fu Manchu.
All right, I'm going to need to step away from the stream for a bit because I'm starting to lose my voice, so just do your thing.
All right, so Peter Dinklage kicks ass. It's me. It's Birdman. Look forward to Wilder Napalm, SVU, Joe Estevez song. Let's see, where's that Anna Dracula one? Burr, 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 burr. All right. Any films you used to like but have grown less in love with time? I don't know. How about you, Haley? Like, I don't think I have too many of those. I definitely can't think of one off the top of my head.
Off the top of my head. There have definitely been some, like, I've watched, like, after a long time, and it's like, this is not as fun as when I was a kid. I can't think of, like, titles of any of them.
What are we talking about?
Films that we've grown less in love with over time.
Oh, I have tons of those.
Of course you do.
Because I hate everything.
Shit. Do you have one, dude?
I mean,
the biggest one that comes to mind was Shrek, obviously. Because that was one that I loved when I was a little kid, and over time I'm just like, now I hate it. The problem is mostly kids' movies.
Yeah. I mean, because, like, the first thing that came to my mind was The Page Master, which you would put that on for me when I was 5, and because I was 5, it was hilarious. But now I'm just like, that is... Oh, boy.
Why?
Actually, we should ask the opposite question. Is there any movie you love more than when you were a kid? That maybe, like, you hated when you were a kid, but you love now?
Oh, that's easy. Temple of Doom.
There you go.
I always saw the bug scene and freaked out.
Oh. See, I was the opposite. I saw like my favorite movie for the longest time was shit. I lost the name. I'm failing.
Describe it.
It's the one after Temple of Doom.
Oh, Raiders of the Lost. No,
not Raiders.
Last Crusade.
Yeah, The Last Crusade. God, my brain failed there. And like that scene where he drinks from the wrong cup and like disintegrates into a skeleton scared my uncle. He's actually younger than me, but it scared my uncle to shit. I thought it was the coolest thing ever.
Yes, you heard that right. His uncle is younger than him.
How?
Well, the easy way to explain it. What do you mean how? Okay, I'll explain it here first. Basically, my grandparents were 16 when they had my mom.
Okay.
And our mom was like 23 when she had me.
Okay.
So my grandparents weren't even like 40 yet when they had my uncle.
Oh, okay. All right. Got it.
Basically, what I'm saying is my grandparents were fucking along as the same time my parents were.
Glad you're okay with that.
I'm from the South. We have to think about our relatives fucking all the time.
Wait, I thought you were from like Michigan.
Are you being serious right now?
Yeah, I'm being serious. I thought you were like from Michigan or Wisconsin or something.
No, I'm from No, I was born in Arkansas.
Oh.
I'm basically as southern as Haley. Yes.
Well,
I grew out of the.
Yeah.
I trained myself to not sound like I'm from there.
You also
Arkansas, they ain't got Kentucky. All right, next question. Are you guys planning on reading the Batman and TM? No. Not planning on reading that. Any movies you would go back and fix somehow to make better if you could?
Prequels.
Yeah.
Prequels, and probably the best example of that is there's a guy who has a channel called I think Belated Media, who does these wonderful videos on what if he was an executive at Fox at the times when George Lucas was presenting the prequels, and he's like, okay, let's just do some treatments here and there just so it's not entirely George's fucked up vision. And they are really amazing, thought-provoking videos. Yeah.
Cool.
I would say any of the Terminator films after 2. Granted, I haven't seen Genesis yet, so I can't comment, but
I would say just not make them.
3 and Salvation, I feel like should because theoretically they can work.
Well,
but they weren't as good as they could have been.
Here's how you fix Salvation, not make it, and here's how you fix 3. Don't have the depressing fucking end of the world ending.
Wait.
That's how you fix those movies.
That was the end of Terminator 3 is the one part I liked.
You see, that's the usual consensus.
You might be in
I
minority.
didn't mind the Terminatrix. It was just like it. Anyway, the one movie I'm like, no, just get rid of that is Salvation. Get rid of Terminator Salvation. Fuck that movie. That movie is balls.
So we're skipping straight from Salvation to from 3 to Genesis.
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah, you could do that.
Yes. Okay.
Thus retconning 1.
I can believe that.
Well, here's the thing, no, because 2.
Well, technically, Genesis retcons both 3 and 4.
Yeah, Genesis retcons everything.
Yeah, well, retcons everything except 1 and 2.
Yeah, that's the weird thing is it doesn't retcon it. It does the same thing that like Back to the Future 2 does, where it just makes parallel dimensions, which Terminator 1 already made in the first place. That's the thing. Is Terminator 1 makes a parallel universe in itself. That's the plot of the movie.
Yeah, pretty much. Let's see.
Have you ever movie you never saw?
Have you ever read Edward Lee's book on ghouls or any extreme horror? Has one of the few scenes that really makes me sick to my stomach. I have not read Edward Lee's Ghouls. Anyone else?
No.
Yep.
Okay. Have you ever considered a crossover with Count Wysoula and Lupa's Radu. I think it would be more fun to have Radu meet Mass Slasher.
Yeah, because Mass Slasher's pretty much taken over for Wysoula.
Yeah, he absolutely has. Like there are only
There's only so many tricks
so many like Tommy Wiseau jokes you can make.
Yeah.
Oh God.
The horse has about returned to the dirt from whence it came. It's so
Alrighty then, I am back. Haku's brother, to Jack, misogyny and horror. Is that being continued anytime soon?
Soon? I don't know about soon, but it's being continued.
There you go. Rex Raptor, what actor would you pick to play yourself or Jackula in any horror movie?
Ooh.
I would have Charlie play me, and I would play Charlie.
Well, you're not Jackula, are you, Zach?
No, he's not.
No, you're
Exactly.
The question was directed at...
Yeah, it's specifically me. Let me see, hold on.
I'm saying I want to fuck you, Charlie. Let me be inside you for once.
Okay.
Children. Good grief.
She's
Does
right.
that make it pedophilia?
Share.
I don't know.
I'm just derailing this guy's conversation. That's really my only goal at this point, because I'm just tired. I'm gonna fucking sleep.
Then go to bed.
No, you can't make me.
We don't have a party to go to tomorrow.
Yeah. You have work and a party to go to tomorrow.
Shut the fuck up.
Tomorrow afternoon, so we're good for staying up.
We're good for staying up whenever.
Because we're adults, damn
God
it.
damn it. Like, I would want it to be an Asian actor. The problem is the only actor I can come up with who I think would do it right is Ryan Reynolds. I would totally have Ryan Reynolds fucking...
Yellowface?
Like, no, he couldn't be in Yellowface. Like, he couldn't play Jack Shen, but he might be able to play Count Jackula. But I would prefer having an Asian actor play Count Jackula. Let's see. Let me see.
No, I can't stop picturing Ken Jeong playing.
Let's see. Yeah, because the guy who would be the most perfect is dead, so that's a hard call. Brandon Lee, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, if I may offer a suitable substitute, hang on. Oh yeah, that's a perfect picture. I'm gonna put it in Skype chat.
That's not the guy who played Naboo.
No.
Oh man, I should hire Gact to do it, just so I can watch him fucking jump around and fucking scream about blood and pussy at the top of his lungs,
Or Hyde. Hyde has not aged.
Yeah.
Who that is.
His name is Cole Haribe, and I saw him on So You Think You Can Dance, but he was just getting into acting. And his dance style was like Kung Fu meets dance. He was really cool and looked like Bruce Lee. It was crazy.
No. I have an even better answer. Count Jackula should be motion captured, and it should be Andy Serkis.
Yes.
So you want him to be a literal vampire, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Now that you say that, I want to see like Count Jackula as a monkey. No dialogue, just what a bad movie. He just throws shit at it.
Well, like I think the apex of the show would be if, for some strange reason, I got enough money, we would actually do like the vampire transformation sequence. Where we would actually see like what the Draculons look like when they don't look human.
Sorry, Jack, but as a representative of the studio, you cannot cast that person as you. You can only cast Shaquille O'Neal because he hits all four quadrants.
Hey, I'll live with Shaquille O'Neal playing Count Jackula.
Well, for a second, it's funny you mentioned that, because for a second, the audio cut out on our end, so it did sound like you said Count Shacula.
Count Shacula.
All right.
Okay, Ibrahim
I'll watch
Hassan.
that.
wants to know what everyone thinks of Alan Moore. I fucking love Alan Moore.
Alan Moore's great.
He is
fantastic
fucking
talent.
shaman in writing form.
Oh yeah, one of the great sorcerers of the 20th century. Love him.
All right, let's see what we got here.
I'm more on the Neil Gaiman side of writers, but I do love watching Alan Moore interviews. He's a fascinating person.
Writer's block. Have you seen Excision, and what are your thoughts on it? I liked it.
I have not seen Excision. What's it about?
It is about plastic surgery and shit, if I'm remembering correctly. Yeah. Here you go. This pitches it better than anything. A disturbed and delusional high school student with aspirations of a career in medicine goes to extremes to earn the approval of her controlling mother.
That sounds cool.
Absolutely.
So Carrie meets Frankenstein.
Trey Apocalypse says, "Will Shaq be in Yellowface?"
Hey man, Shaq don't need Yellowface. He was already in Shaq Fu.
That's true.
Yeah.
You know. Hey, as long as you're not white and have been a kung fu something, good enough.
All right, we are approaching 3 hours, Jack.
All right, we should probably pack it in, since I don't think Luke is gonna be joining us.
Yeah.
So I guess whatever questions are left are all that are going to be.
Yeah. Save them for the next stream.
Yeah. Same for the next stream. But let's answer like the next two.
Okay. Have you guys seen Amusement? I have, and it was a movie.
Amusement? I definitely haven't seen that one.
Yeah, it was like a slasher from like the mid 2000s. The one with that God damn it, what do you call it? Fucking the clown looking thing. Like,
Huh.
Would you be willing to watch a reboot of Reefer Madness if it was retooled as a horror film? Yes.
Yes.
Well, what's going on?
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I totally would be.
Okay.
Oh man, Reefer Madness.
All right, that was the next two questions.
All right, I guess that's it.
I actually do have a final question.
Okay.
All right.
What's your favorite horror game?
All right, that's it. Stream's over. Fuck you. Blame Zach. It's his fault. Like, send all hate to Zach@geekvision.tv, and we will see you later. There's gonna be
Send it all to Zach.
send it all.
Yeah,
to
send it to Zach. It was totally not Charlie.
Hang on. What? Wait, I missed something. What's Jack's
You're
favorite
my
horror game?
You're my scapegoat now. So
I missed something. I walk away and
Sacrifice him. I want his blood.
And somehow people are yelling at me. What happened?
Death, the end. All right. It was good hanging with everybody. Y'all have a good night. Take care. Good night.
Bye.
Guys.